Here comes your 1-minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. "30 seconds till broadcast." Mark.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
The last time Auburn played Mississippi State, Josh Hubbard outscored the Tigers in the first half. Hubbard set a career high that night in Starkville with 46 points. Today, the Tigers and Bulldogs meet in the first round of the SEC tournament. Good afternoon, and War Eagle from Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. With Randall Dickey, Jacob Hillman, and Quinn Burkina in our Skyview Auburn studio. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn concluded the regular season with a 12-point loss at Alabama. The Tigers never led in the game or were tied after the Crimson Tide scored the game's first basket. Mississippi State hasn't won since that February night in Starkville against Auburn. In spite of Josh Hubbard's 42-point Saturday, the Bulldogs lost at home to Georgia. It's very simple for Auburn today. The Tigers must win to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive. Today's winner gets Tennessee in the second round tomorrow at 2. The CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off starts now.
Exclusive pregame coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball, all to get you ready for Auburn basketball. CB&S Bank has a long history of stability, and just like Auburn University, we have a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Auburn and Mississippi State are getting ready to play in Game 2 of the SEC tournament. Game 1 is still going on. 2:10 to go in the second half, and Kentucky trying to pull away from a pesky LSU ball club. The Cats lead it by a score of 81-76 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this one. Auburn's game will be 25 minutes after the completion of this first game. Along with Randall Dickey, Jacob Hillman, and Quinn Burkina in our Skyview Auburn studios. I'm Andy Burcham. Very glad to be with you today in Nashville, Tennessee. Odd for Auburn to be playing on Wednesday. Kentucky can say the same thing. They haven't played on Wednesday in forever at the SEC tournament. But this is where Auburn is. And Randall, for Auburn, very simply to put, to make the NCAA tournament, the Tigers have to win and a couple of ball games at least to be in the picture for the big dance.
Well, there's not any doubt about that. It is also a big picture of you win today that kind of ensures you having a winning season. The biggest thing is I don't believe the NCAA has ever had a team to make the tournament field with 16 losses. And so it's imperative that the Tigers come out on top of today and also tread their way, work their way, earn their way even deeper into the SEC tournament.
In all likelihood, Auburn probably has to make it to Saturday to really have a shot at the NCAA tournament. That means wins against Mississippi State, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt. 3 teams that beat the Tigers in the regular season.
Well, one thing, this is the third part of your season, and this is the biggest stage that we've been on up to this point. You had an unbelievably tasking non-conference slate. It really tested the Tigers early. The conference play was up and down a little bit. We had some really good wins, some of the best wins in the country actually during the conference play. Now you go to postseason play, you're in the SEC tournament, the biggest stage. It's time for the cream to rise to the top.
All right. One thing that absolutely needs to happen for Auburn today, and it has not consistently occurred for the Tigers, is a good start. You've heard us hype on it all season long. The head coach talks about it every film session that we're in. Get off to a good start. Why has that been such a struggle for Auburn down the stretch of this season?
Every team has certain traits, and this team has had that throughout the year to try to struggle getting off. The struggle that you dig yourself such a hole, and at this level of play, every team has good players. Most of the teams are really extremely competitive, and it's hard to overcome a slow start, a poor shooting start,
right,
defensive start. You kind of got to, and it also give you a little bit more pep in the stuff. You get off to a pretty fast start and you're ahead in the lead and different things like that. It's a competitive game. You play well, your attitude's better, your body language is better, the movement of the basketball is better, and most of the time it goes in a little bit easier.
Well, let's go back to the game at Mississippi State on February 18th as an example. Josh Hubbard hit his first couple threes in that ball game. Auburn did not play particularly well from a defensive standpoint early. Then he got confident, and then he just lost his mind in that first half. 35 points in the first half, on his way to a career high 46 that night. Now, State led by 18 early in the second half. Auburn came all the way back and led by 7 with just under 4 minutes to go, but could not finish that game in Starkville.
Well, I think when you get the second wave or the second adrenaline of a game, you have to play so hard. When you're down by that many and you have to play so hard just to catch up, it's hard to have enough gas to finish the race at the end of the game. And I think that's what happened to the Tigers. We had a good lead, and we kind of felt like that we had arrived. Once we kind of got the lead, we were in control of the game, kind of relaxed our shoulders just about that time. Then the little guy, Hubbard, he struck again from the deep quarter and just kind of broke our back. It was one of the biggest shots during the game is that three in the corner that Hubbard had. But the Tigers, they made a gallant effort to come back and get a lead, just didn't have enough left in the tank to finish it out.
Josh Hubbard scored 46 points that night. Last Saturday, in their loss at home to Georgia, he scored 42. Mississippi State hasn't won a game since that February night against Auburn.
They are struggling. I think they're on like a 5-game losing streak right now, and it's time to get up. That's another big factor, is if you get off to a big start and you kind of kill their self-initiative early, and it also may carry in. And because when you get in that groove, and we've been in it, when you get in that groove, sometimes you can't see the spiral come up, and you continue to spiral down, and that would be a big feather in the Tigers' cap today.
Auburn did not get into that groove Saturday night at Alabama. And what the perplexing part of that game was, it wasn't Alabama's three-point shooting that beat Auburn on Saturday night. It was Alabama's ability to get to the rim and second chance points in that contest.
I think the Tide really exposed Auburn Tigers defensively, coming out and playing such different. You're thinking about the Alabama Crimson Tide that likes to shoot the ball within 4 to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Instead of them coming out and firing up from the perimeter, they put it on the deck and drove it to the basket, spread their offense out, really exposed the Tigers defense that day. And I think that was a little bit of a shocker for the Tigers when they changed that game plan, and then it worked in their favor till really the last play of the end of the half, when they gave up a step back three, and then all of a sudden the three ball kind of came, because I think Alabama just hit 6 threes. They've been averaging 10 on the year.
Sure had.
And you got to give the Tigers 3-point credit from that, but their containment on the drive, and like you said, the second chance opportunities that they had was just too much for the Tigers to overcome.
All right, give me a couple keys early on. We'll get your official keys a bit later. As we wait for this game to end, 40.4 seconds to go in the second half. Kentucky on top, 83 to 78. This ball game's not over yet. LSU has played tough and has been in this ball game all the way, but a free throw by Aberdeen gives Kentucky an 84-78 lead with 40.4 seconds to go. Auburn's game against Mississippi State will follow 25 minutes after the completion of this game and when the teams exit the court here at Bridgestone Arena. All right, give me a couple general keys for Auburn today against Mississippi State.
I think the Tigers are maybe going to look to play a little bit more up-tempo, try to get some easy baskets, and hopefully that'll be earlier in the game. But I'll go back to some of the things that I've talked about throughout the year. This is even magnified and you get in tournament play is time, score, and momentum. You must know how much time's left on the clock before each media timeout and also the end of the half. You kind of got to get a feel of what the score is. Are you ahead? Are you behind? Which magnifies each possession. And then who has the momentum? You can kind of be making a run, be down 7 or 8, make 2 or 3 baskets and be close, not even be ahead, but have the momentum and understand that. And the Tigers being able to sustain those things is really crucial in tournament play, because when it's over, it's over. When you're ahead, the clock runs really slow. When you're behind, it runs like you're on a racetrack really fast. So managing that is really important.
You're going to hear both Matt Gatens with the scout and the head coach Stephen Pearl talk about transition tonight. And here's the reason. When Auburn went on that big run at the second half at Mississippi State, went from 18 down to 7 up, they did it with elite defense on one end of the floor, and the transition game was in full motion for the Tigers in that second half.
Well, I think that game during that segment was really crucial for the Tigers. And also, if you'll reflect back on our big win against LSU at home, we advanced the basketball down the floor in transition and then really attack from there. You can outrun the defense by a pass so much quicker than you can a dribble. So I look for the Tigers to retrieve the ball off the glass, advance the ball down the floor, put pressure on the defense. That does not mean you have to shoot it quick, or it does not mean you have to drive it. But what you end up doing is get the ball down into the quarter court on the offensive end. You apply pressure to the defense. They have to hustle back, and then it flows into your offense so much smoother.
18.8 seconds to go in this game. LSU trails Kentucky 86-79. And a foul against Kentucky will stop the clock with 13.7 seconds to go. It is a 3-possession game right now for the Kentucky Wildcats. It's odd to see this many Kentucky fans in the house and rooting for their team on a Wednesday. This team isn't used to being here on a Wednesday. Auburn isn't either, for that matter. Auburn has been a Friday team for the last couple years, but down the stretch, I mean, the month of February was tough on Auburn. You look back at those losses against Mississippi State and Ole Miss, at Oklahoma, the Vanderbilt ball game at Auburn. And I know Vanderbilt's a team that is waiting for its first game on Wednesday, and it could be Auburn playing in that game. But this Auburn ball club right now, I think it has to get to the weekend if it wants to play in the NCAA tournament coming up.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I also think, for all of our listeners and big Auburn Tiger fans, this is a change in intercollegiate athletics across all sports, and it's exposed this year in basketball. If you look at the landscape in every league, you see a lot of the traditional powers. It's probably been since Adam and Eve since Kentucky's played on the first day of the tournament.
Adam and Eve.
That's for sure. But but it's a change. It's a different world in college basketball, especially throughout this. Everybody's got good players. You can make a run, get off to a good start. And I think you're going to see that from time as it goes on, these traditional powers, because everybody's got players. Everybody's got a little change to spend on players, and that's really important in this new era of college basketball.
This is a reset for Auburn. You've heard Stephen Pearl talk about that through the week. He talked about it after that Alabama game on a Saturday. I've been asked a couple times, well, what is the reset for Auburn? What is the key? I don't know what it is. We'll find out. What guy just steps up for Auburn in this, if Auburn is to make a run in the SEC tournament? Who is the guy to step up for Auburn? I know who I think needs to be a consistent performer for Auburn, and I think it starts with the Hod Pettiford at the point.
I don't think there's any doubt, but I think it's got to be a collective effort.
I agree.
This is a kind of a new season. You're in postseason. Anything that's taken place in the past is in the past. You can kind of pave your own way to a new start, especially earning a berth to postseason play, trying to get through the SEC tournament. is a tough task each and every year, but it also is a breath of fresh air. You've got to be able to start new. But I think as we've seen the Auburn Tigers play extremely well, and when they have, they've done it collectively with a large number of players contributing, but none bigger than Tahad Pettiford, that's for sure.
13.7 seconds to go in the first game of the SEC tournament. Kentucky leads LSU 86-79. LSU is going to the free throw line here after the foul against UK. Auburn and Mississippi State to follow in this one. All right, let's go ahead and get away from the elephant in the room, and that elephant is one of the smallest guys on the floor in Josh Hubbard. An elite scorer for Mississippi State. Josh Hubbard is already the three-point all-time leader at State with 309. He has 1,925 points, just a junior for Mississippi State. He scored 46 against Auburn. He scored 42 Saturday in a losing effort against Georgia. What does Auburn have to do against Josh Hubbard here? Listen, he's going to get some. He's going to get his. But it can't be another 30 or 40-point effort, I think, for Auburn.
Well, I think you can go back to some of the old movies like in Hoosier. You've got to be able to know what type of gum he's chewing today. You've got to be close enough that you're always on him. You can't ever turn him loose. You cannot help off of him. You've got to pick him up before midcourt and shadow him throughout the rest of the time down in the quarter court in the offensive end. And also you've got to have your teammates to help you when he runs off screens. The defender of the screener must step out and really take him. You can't give him any daylight at all because he's so explosive. But I also really like the guard Jaden Epps. Those two guards are the leading duo in Mississippi State history, certainly in the 2000s, and I think it dates back to the early 1980s of how productive those two guys have been, and they are a sensational pair of guards. It'll be a big task for the Tigers today.
Hubbard averaging 22.1 points a game. Jaden Epps is averaging 13.7. In that first game against Auburn, Hubbard scored 46. Epps scored 13. Epps was the one that hit the three early in that ball game that got Mississippi State off on a good note. Another good guy that can also play the point for Mississippi State. You're right. Epps and Hubbard are their leading duo scorers in the 2000s at Mississippi State. Don't forget on the inside, Quincy Ballard, a 7-footer out of Syracuse, and Achor, a 6'9" redshirt senior from Melbourne, Australia. Two bigs on the inside for Mississippi State.
It's been a really unusual, and I know Mississippi State Bulldog fans are really disappointed in the outcome of their season. They don't have a hope to get to postseason play. They have a kind of a losing record coming into SEC play, but they've got some ingredients. They just haven't played as well together, and they haven't played overall, had a number of players contributing for their team, but they really have some frontline guys. They're big, they can rebound, but those two guards really make them go.
Final score in game one. Like LSU played Kentucky very, very well, but Kentucky emerges with an 87-82 win. So Kentucky moves into the second round of the SEC tournament. We'll play game one tomorrow. Game two of this tournament matches your Auburn Tigers against the Mississippi State Bulldogs. If Auburn wins today, it gets Tennessee. If it wins tomorrow, it gets Vanderbilt. Auburn knows its three opponents on the first 3 days of this tournament. And Auburn will be trying in each of those games, if Auburn gets there, fortunate enough to get there, they'll be trying to beat a team, Randall, that beat them earlier this season.
Well, there's not any doubt. And all the opponents that's facing the Tigers to get to Saturday is teams that they have come up from behind on. But, hey, this is a new era, and this is one way you can sometimes you can really channel players' mind one day at a time. You cannot play tomorrow unless you are successful today, so it's imperative to take it one day at a time, see what happens, go leave it all out on the floor, give it your very best shot. Collectively, from the coaches all the way up and down the bench to the players, must unite together and really pull in one direction, and I think it'll be a fun outing watching the Tigers put that on display starting here today.
Seen it before. I've seen it both before in both the men's and the women's tournaments in the Southeastern Conference, where a team makes the change. They reset their season and make a run. We're hoping it's the Auburn Tigers about to do that here.
That's for sure. And the guys that's kind of been on the cusp, like you said, who is going to be the emerging factor, and it could be somebody new that's really been scratching the surface of trying to get above the midpoint mark they can rise above that and make a name for themselves today right here on this stage.
Kentucky, the first winner at the SEC tournament. The Wildcats beat LSU 87-82. Auburn has come out on the floor to get up some shots here and get ready for its encounter with Josh Hubbard and Mississippi State here this afternoon. 2 more games in the evening session as well on day 1 of the SEC tournament. And now Mississippi State, led by Josh Hubbard, on the floor and getting ready for the Auburn Tigers here today. Auburn will be favored today. The Tigers will be the underdog the next 2 days if Auburn's fortunate enough to get out of this first game against Mississippi State. And there's no question, for Mississippi State to be playing in the postseason, they've got to run. They've got to win all 5 games. Man, they've got to be playing and winning on Sunday. I'm not sure that that's the case for Auburn, but Auburn's got to put something together here at the SEC tournament.
Well, the one thing that our fans need to understand is why we feel like that we're still in the conversation. We've played more quad 1 teams than anybody in the country.
Right.
We've won 5 of those. We've got the number 3 strength of schedule in all of college basketball. We've got a lot of positive. This team has really been tested, and they've really hit the fire and faced some unbelievable opposing opponents throughout this year. Because of that, we're still in the conversation. The carrot is out in front of the Tigers today. What we want them to do is reach out and grab a hold of it, take it and run with it, replant it tonight, and go get one tomorrow as well.
The Scout today is brought to you by Sensagreen, proud sponsor of Auburn Athletics. The experts at Sensagreen with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation. Here's Matt Gatens with the Scout of Mississippi State.
Yeah, team we've played somewhat recently, so we're obviously very familiar with them, and obviously it starts with Hubbard, so he's at the top of the Scout, just as he was last time. We'll make a few adjustments on what we're doing with him, but at the end of the day, it's defending him with great effort and energy and being aware of where he is at all times, and all 5 guys on the court being aware of what he's doing and where he's coming off, just not giving him a lot of space, not giving him clean looks in transition, or some tough bad fouls early where he can see some go in, and then he gets that confidence going, because I think we all saw a couple weeks ago, once he gets the confidence going, it's really difficult to stop, because he's very quick and he's a tough shot taker and a tough shot maker. So have to limit his great looks early, and limit his confidence early, but it's a total team effort. It's not just on one person to try to stop him or deny him the ball. It's just a total team effort of where is he at on screens, is he coming off pin downs, and what kind of looks we can limit him to. So obviously that's at the top of the scouting report. But then defensively still we got to Epps is another guy that's very capable of making tough shots. Made some big shots at the end of our game a couple weeks ago. Have to rebound the basketball. It's something we didn't do a great job the other night in Tuscaloosa, so it's been a big time emphasis, is cleaning up the glass and limiting them to one shot, one opportunity.
What do you expect defensively from Mississippi State?
They've mixed up, how they guard ball screens. We've talked a lot about that, but we know we have to get out early in transition and try to score early. As we made that comeback a couple weeks ago, we really struggled in the first half with our ball movement and making great decisions once we drove it. But the transition game got going because we started getting stops. Obviously, that always helps the transition game as we played in the second half. So getting rebounds, getting 50-50 balls and running in transition really helps our offense. And then once we're in the paint, we have to make great decisions. They had 11 blocks last game against us, which is a very, very high number. So once you're in there, shot fakes, great decisions, dropping it off to your bigs or kicking it out to your guards for shooters.
And that's the Scout of Mississippi State. Jacob Hillman is back with the SEC report when the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment, We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
The Auburn Spirit. It's what drives champions on the field and in business. At the Harbert College of Business, that same passion shapes the next generation of leaders. With a personalized, hands-on approach, we prepare students for success, whether in the boardroom or big moments in life. Auburn Pride, Auburn Innovation, Harbert College of Business, inspiring business. Visit harbert.auburn.edu to learn more.
The Raymond J. Harbert College of Business presents the SEC Report. A look around the deepest, most challenging conference in college basketball. Accelerate your career with an online MBA from the Harbert College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best at harbert.auburn.edu.
Welcome back to Nashville inside Bridgestone Arena. Jacob Hillman here courtside. We continue on the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off and take a look around the SEC. Obviously, not a lot of scores to report other than the 87-82 final in Game 1 of the SEC tournament. Kentucky taking down LSU. Otega Owe with 23 points and 8 rebounds leads the way for the Wildcats. Max McKinnon got 28 points for the Tigers, but it wasn't enough as they fall and their season comes to an end. Taking a look at the bracket, though, Kentucky will go on to face Missouri tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Central. Auburn's path is laid out in front of it. If Auburn is to beat Mississippi State, it will face the 5-seed Tennessee Volunteers tomorrow, and then on Friday in the quarterfinals with a win over the Volunteers, would take on the 4-seed Vanderbilt Commodores. Later on tonight, and these games have implications on Auburn with regards to the bubble and everything that goes into the NCAA tournament discussion. The 15th-seeded Ole Miss Rebels and the 10th-seeded Texas Longhorns. The Longhorns are a team that the Tigers probably need to pull against as it relates to NCAA tournament hopes. And then the nightcap will be the 11th-seeded Oklahoma Sooners against the 14th-seeded South Carolina Gamecocks. Of course, with the end of the regular season came SEC accolades, and Keyshawn Hall was named to third-team All-SEC, voted on by the league's 16 head coaches. He was the SEC's fourth leading scorer at 20.4 points per game, ranking 10th in rebounding at 6.9 per game, and he was just one of 2 players in the league to rank top 10 in both points and rebounds alongside Dalen Swain of Texas. So that brings us to the next point. Obviously facing Mississippi State for a second time this year. You go looking back at that game in Starkville, Josh Hubbard had a huge game. Here is Mississippi State head coach Chris Jans on how he expects Auburn to guard Hubbard.
You can't find a brighter red pen available to circle him on the scouting report for Auburn, considering what he did the first time we played him at home. And they had made some adjustments, on the fly to try to slow him down and put the ball in some of his teammates' hands, which I'd assume will be the case at some point during the game, maybe the start, who knows. But I'm sure they'll have a plan to try to disrupt him and not let him get going that way, and we'll have to adjust to whatever they decide to do.
So Auburn will have to look to guard Josh Hubbard closely today, as Coach Dickey said, know what gum he's chewing in this ball game tonight. The pregame medical report is presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders are proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena and every Auburn Athletics home event. When you look at the availability report for the Tigers and Bulldogs, for Auburn, it's the usual suspect. Omega Oporum is out for this game. For Mississippi State, it's King Grace. And a big one for the Bulldogs, Sean Jones is a game-time decision. So we will see if he suits up and plays for the Bulldogs today. Before we continue here on the CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Just received word that John Jones will be in the starting lineup for the Bulldogs today. Up next, Andy Burcham sits down with head coach Stephen Pearl to look ahead to today's matchup between Auburn and Mississippi State at Bridgestone Arena. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
Life moves fast. Shouldn't your checking account keep up? Meet Explore Checking from Max Credit Union. No monthly fees, no minimum balance requirement. Enjoy perks like access to your paycheck up to 2 days early, earning rewards that can be turned into cash each time you spend with your Max debit card. Plus, with 24/7 digital banking and an easy-to-use mobile app, managing your money is quick and effortless. Start exploring today at mymax.com/explore. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Looking for a street-legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Opelika Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery, carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our On Cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
SEC tournament, and boy, a lot on the line with every game that Auburn plays this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's win or go home at this point. So, we got to empty the tank tonight, and we got to empty the tank every single game from here on moving forward, because there's so much at stake at this point. We control our own destiny, and we got to play good basketball for this next week, and a lot on the line, a lot at stake, but a lot to prove.
You mentioned it after the Alabama game. Just about everybody you're going to face from now on is a team that you owe, so to speak, from the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be about, some payback for this group. When you look at Mississippi State, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt, all really close games, all 1 to 2 possession games in the last 2 minutes, we weren't able to close them out. So our guys got to play with a sense of pride, have a sense of revenge, because, you got to take these things personally. And, I know our guys are obviously ready for the opportunity, to come out and just show what we're capable of.
We saw a career game from Josh Hubbard back in February. How much of that was Auburn needs to play better defense, and how much of that was just an extraordinary night by a very, very good score?
I'd say it's a mixture of both. We made some defensive mistakes early in that game, which got him confidence. And then once we did start playing good defense, he made us pay because, he had it going at that point. So we got to limit, his easy ones early. We got to limit our coverage mistakes, because if he sees 1 or 2 go in, he's incredibly dangerous. So we got to be really locked in early to the small details of the scout, and execute our ball screen coverages and execute our off-the-ball coverages on him specifically.
Go into that a little bit more. How do you handle screens that involve Hubbard trying to get over?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta top lock everything, and if we get nailed on those screens, the guy that sets the screen has to be ready to switch out. And so it's not just the guy guarding Hubbard; it's everyone else that's not guarding him as well has got to have their head on a swivel and has to be ready to switch up and switch out if we get nailed, which we didn't do a very good job of in the first game.
What did you do better from an offensive standpoint in the comeback of the second half?
we shared it a little bit more, and it helps when you get stops. In the first half we were pulling the ball out of the net every single possession, and when they make shots, obviously they get more confidence defensively. When we were getting stops, that depletes their defense a little bit, and I thought our guys did a good job of in transition in the second half of sharing it. We did a good job playing inside out of the post, and we did a good job of crashing the glass for second chance opportunities. So, when you get stops, it really helps your offense be more effective.
In the 2000s, both Hubbard and Epps are their best scoring duo in Mississippi State history to this point. How do you stop both of those guys here today?
Yeah, you have to do a great job in your ball screens, coverages, but you got to treat them the same almost, because while Epps isn't going to score as many points as Hubbard, he's going to take as many difficult shots. So you just got to limit their touches. You got to make them drive it downhill and shoot tough contested twos instead of step back threes, and you have to do a great job of guarding without fouling. They got to see bodies. They can't feel like they're playing one-on-one. We really got to load the ball off those non-shooters, and just make them feel our presence. And we just got to play with great energy and effort, because none of what we do works if we don't do that.
They had 11 blocks in that ball game in Starkville, so give me a scout on this defense that you face here today.
Yeah, if they collapse on penetration or on post feeds, we got to kick it out. Too many times I thought we went in there into a crowd and forced up tough shots. Anytime we played off of 2 feet or used shot fakes, we had positive results. So got to do a better job of using shot fakes, and if there's nothing there, get off it and get to the next action.
You look at this ball game today, it's going to be interesting to see just the atmosphere, because Auburn's not used to playing on a Wednesday at the SEC tournament.
Right. Yeah. No, it's been a couple years for sure. So, it'll be a decent crowd. SEC tournaments, since basketball has become a big deal now, has always been well attended. So, it's postseason now. It's March, so we shouldn't need any extra motivation from the crowd in order for us to play hard. So I know our guys are excited about it, and they're ready to go.
What's the key to a good start for the Tigers here in both halves of basketball?
We just got to play harder. What we do doesn't work without great effort and energy, and we can't allow them to get the first 4 or 5 offensive rebounds or 50-50 balls like we did in the first game. So we just got to fly around early, play with our hair on fire, play desperate, and if we do those things, a lot of the mistakes that we made in the first game will get cleaned up.
Talked about rebounding in that ball game. It was a bit of a problem last Saturday at Alabama as far as the boards are concerned. The key to keeping Mississippi State off the offensive glass.
Every time a shot goes up, you can't stare at the ball. You have to go find a body. It's as simple as that. It's one of the most controllable parts of the game is checking out, and we did a horrible job of that against Alabama, and we did a horrible job of it against Mississippi State in the first 5 minutes. Now the rest of the game they only had 4 offensive rebounds, but you can't wait until they've hit you in the mouth before you start doing that. We got to do that from the jump tonight, and we got to do a great job of limiting their second chance opportunities.
You talked about after that game in Starkville, that 17 minutes of that second half, that was fun basketball for this Auburn ball club, and it was at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, no, they played inspired. We guarded, we flew around, we made plays, we made shots. So we got to channel more of that and just play more free. But we just got to execute defensively earlier in the game. We can't let guys like Hubbard, get the confidence that they had, and we can't dig ourselves into a hole. So we got to start, building leads in first halves instead of having to claw back from, down double digits.
This one is fun here today. All the best, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry-reported total sales.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Jacob Hillman here with you inside Bridgestone Arena. So we bring back in Coach Randall Dickey for his keys to the game presented by Sun South. Coach, what are your keys to today's ball game?
I think it's been well talked about, but I think there's not any doubt that the Tigers must win the guard positions today, especially defending the all-SEC guard Josh Hubbard. Tigers must control the scoring of Hubbard and Jaden Epps, the two guards for Mississippi State. Defensive board play is our number 2, and get out and play fast. Rebound the basketball, get in transition offensively, play up-tempo, and get some easy baskets. Third, win the 50-50 balls and the effort plays. Today, you don't have to coach hustle. You're playing for all the marbles. You're playing for gold. Effort should not be a problem. You should be able to tic-tac and play tactician basketball from the sidelines. They'll do that, and if the Tigers do these things, they're victorious at Bridgestone today.
Thank you, Coach. We look forward to your call with the voice of the Tigers, Andy Bertram. Coach Randall Dickey's keys to the game are presented by Sun South. Sun South John Deere is the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. We've got lineups and tip-off from the Music City between Auburn and Mississippi State next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Bertram.
Butch Thompson.
When we went 12-3 in our home conference schedule this year, I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it had something to do with these renovations and the atmosphere now that's provided. Everybody's always enjoyed coming to Auburn because the people are great. It's a beautiful venue, but it wasn't the most challenging weekend. That's changed, baby. Sure. Moving forward, it absolutely has that feel to where I always want, well, that's an Auburn thing. People come to Auburn and people leave and like, that's an awesome place and has awesome people. But I want them to come and go say the same thing, but like, my God, it's tough to play those jokers. That's a tough environment. That is a challenge.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Auburn basketball at the SEC tournament, and these are the Yellowwood starting lineups for the Tigers.
Drew Pettiford, 3. That'll do. That'll work. That'll do. Reese down the lane, and there's a steal. Pettiford on a breakaway. Tahad to the hole. Right hand hammer.
Fast break basketball. Way to run through. Good defense by Tahad. Gets him a slam dunk on the fast break.
Pettiford, he'll pop a three.
Back-to-back threes. You better look out. Tahad Pettiford's warming up.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Right wing three. Overton. Good.
Ooh, big splash by KO that time.
Low post. Great pass. Overton on the layup. Puts it in.
Really nice design play.
Auburn 5-on-4 the other way. Pettiford races forward. Left wing three. KO. Bam.
That's what we're used to seeing by the Auburn Tigers. Get the defensive rebound and race down the floor. Push the basketball in transition. Spot up for an open three by Kevin Overton.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Rebound Murph. Head fake twice. Fade away. Got it.
Murphy's really being active.
Screen for Murphy. Puts it on the floor. Drives it. Lobs it. Alley-oop to Murphy. Top of the circle. It's Murphy. Three-ball Murphy. Got it.
Big shot. Murphy.
A career high 25.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
Ball is loose. Here's Auburn the other way. 4-on-3. Hall to the basket. Lobs it. Freeman alley-oop. Two Freeman. Slices to the hole. Jams it. Goes up, it's blocked. Rebound, Murphy missed it. Rebound, Freeman was good with 1.1 seconds to go. Freeman knocks it in with 1.1 seconds to go.
Elijah Freeman, West Palm Beach, Florida, Wellington High School.
Keyshawn Hall at the left wing. Drives it baseline through the lane. Reverse layup, good. Into the corner comes for Hall. Free ball from the corner. Yes! Hall, 15 to shoot. Free throw line down the left side of the lane. Drives to the hole. Good to go!
Outstanding one-on-one move from the top of the key. Just took it off the bounce.
Keyshawn Big R Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, Jamesport Road.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn 16-15 on the season, went 7-11 in the regular season of the SEC. Mississippi State 13-18, 5-13 in the league. Starting lineup for the Bulldogs: Josh Hubbard at the point, 6-foot junior, 22 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists. Sean Jones on one wing, 6'6 senior from Houston, Texas. Jaden Epps on the other wing, both double-figure scores. Achor on the inside, 6'9 redshirt senior from Melbourne, Australia. And Quincy Ballard, the 7-footer out of Syracuse, New York. Today's officials: Courtney Green, Vladimir Boyard-Tadal, and Lucas Santos. Auburn the home team. Auburn in the home whites, tops and bottoms. Blue numerals, orange trim, the orange sash down each side. Mississippi State away black uniforms. No maroon on these uniforms, just white lettering and a trim. The tap controlled by Auburn. We're underway at the SEC tournament. Auburn to the basket, to our left. Pettiford across midcourt, picked up by Hubbard there. Top of the circle, it's Freeman. Freeman gets a screen around the hedge to the right wing. Overton. Low post, Murph with a double hand dunk.
Beautiful set play on the first offensive possession. Back screen for Murphy. He slashed straight down the gut to the basket, and Elijah Freeman made a dime pass right to him for a slam dunk.
Love that play to start this ball game.
That is, the movement was outstanding. The ball never hit the floor, and he kept moving.
Just the start of things, Auburn up 2-0. Hubbard at the point, picks up the dribble. Left side for Ballard to Achor outside the arc. Now to Hubbard at the point, picked up by Pettiford. Bumped by Pettiford, backs up against Pettiford. 11 to shoot to the left wing against Murphy in a switch. Now Epps at the top against Overton. Left corner, back to the wing for Hubbard. Hubbard drives it, 18-footer in the air. He missed it. Rebound Murph for Auburn.
That's a big play, back-to-back plays. Scored on one end, defensive rebound on the other.
Pettiford near the right hash mark, gets a screen, top of the circle to the right side for Murphy. It's 12-footer in the air, got it!
It's Murphy 3 times in a row. He is on fire right now, and he's active and involved in every play and been productive.
2 of 2 from the ball game. Murph only had 7 that first time around against State. Auburn leads at 4-0. Epps looking low post. Backs it up against Pettiford near the right wing. Epps gets a screen, picked up by Overton in a double switch. And a whistle and a foul. Murphy and Hubbard tying up, and they're going to get the big guy, Keyshawn Murphy, for Auburn for the foul.
Well, it's the Keyshawn Murphy show right now. He's in stat stuffing from the fouls to the rebounds to scoring and the slam dunks. He is really energetic.
Tigers lead 4-0, 20 in the shot clock for State. Epps off the inbound, now to Hubbard in the center circle. Picked up by KO, gets a screen. Free throw line, Ballard. Low post, Achor puts it in.
The Tigers were so aware of Hubbard that time when they got the ball in the sweet spot in the middle of the floor. They went high-low.
4-2 Auburn. Pettiford, top of the circle for Keyshawn Hall. First time he's touched the ball. Murphy, right wing three. Good!
That's unbelievable. He's got a slam dunk. He's got a mid-range jumper, and then now he just drills a three.
And a technical call, I think, against, was it Murphy? Doggone it, can't do that. And that's his second foul now, friends.
Yeah, he's really hyped up right now. He's got to kind of gear back just a little bit. He's so excited. He just come out on fire.
And you got to take him out of the ball game now. Your hottest player's got to come out as Hubbard shoots the free throw and misses it. Yeah. Murphy has every point for Auburn, 7, plus a rebound, but he was called for a technical after that last three. Hubbard's free throw is good. And now State will keep the basketball, and Philip Jovic comes in, replacing Keyshawn Murphy. Man, that's a shame.
Well, it's philosophically, you might have played that way, but he's only got 2 fouls. Sometimes you just got to trust your players, especially this early. You got to see him back in the game before the end of the first half.
I agree with that, but you don't want him picking up that third foul either.
No, but you can't do without him because he's on fire right now. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You got to play the odds that it's not going to happen negatively.
Hubbard a three over Jovic. He missed it. Rebound to Chore against Hall underneath. Back out to the top for Epps. Epps drives down the right side of the lane, pulls it out onto the wing outside the arc. Drives against Pettiford to the hole, and he laid it in.
Just took him on a straight line drive. They're isolating Tahad right now on the wing and just drove right around him for a layup. Tahad's got to keep that guy in front.
7-5, Auburn on top. Pettiford at the top. Wide open three straight away. Off the left side of the iron, he missed it. And the rebound to Ballard for Mississippi State. 7-5 Auburn State basketball. 17-26, first game of the SEC tournament for these teams. Right wing Jones inside the arc, drives on Pettiford to the hole, and he ties the game.
They're just isolating Tahad right now. You see the impact of losing Murphy early. We don't have a rim protector, and also struggling a little bit on the other end to score that possession.
Jovic at the high post gets the ball to Keyshawn Hall. Hall drives around Jones to the baseline. Fade away, Keyshawn, got it.
Really nice. That's the way he needs to pick up. With the loss of Murphy, good job right there.
Hall had a double-double first time around in Starkville, 29 points and 10 rebounds. He gives Auburn a 9-7 lead, 16:47 in the first half. Epps against Tahad Pettiford. To the right wing, crossover dribble, cut off in the key by Tahad. Maintains the dribble, low post pass for Ballard. Ballard in the lane, got away with it, missed it. Rebound comes to Hall for Auburn.
Good defensive boards, come down the floor, try to get a quick shot.
Hall between the legs dribble, left hand between the legs again, 3-ball right wing short. And the rebound to Ballard, outlet to Hubbard on the break. Up the left side, Hubbard gets a screen, picked up by Hall in a switch. Hubbard to the baseline, to the basket, put it in.
You just can't let him get ahead of steam going downhill. He can do a number of things, make a layup like he did then, and also he can pull up and shoot it.
We're tied at 9 with 16:01 in the first half of play. At the top of the circle, Keyshawn Murphy, or Hall rather, right wing for Freeman, through his legs and out of bounds. And our first media timeout, 15:56 in the first. Auburn and Mississippi State tied at 9. Today's first half presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
15:56 to go in the first half. SEC Tournament Day 1 at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Auburn and Mississippi State tied at 9. Auburn 4 of 6 from the field. Mississippi State 4 of 7 from the field. Keyshawn Murphy scored Auburn's first 7 points, but picked up 2 fouls, one of those a technical after he made a 3 from the right wing. So with his 2 fouls, he's on the bench. It'll be interesting to see how long he's on the bench for Auburn right now, because he was off to an incredible start before he picked up that second foul. State outscoring Auburn in the paint right now 4-2.
Well, we took a big blow right there. Getting away from when Murphy got in foul trouble. 1 for 1 from the three-point line. He also had 1 big rebound with 7 points. He was so productive. He was an emotionally really high, and really he fired up early in the game, and that kind of got him caught up in with a quick foul on the defensive end, and then getting the technical, which is added to. I think they'll cycle him back in. I think the coaches will talk to him a little bit, but I think the biggest stat that the Auburn Tigers have right now, they've got 3 assists on 4 baskets. If they continue keeping that ball off the floor, move it with a pass, and move their bodies, they're going to find open shots.
After a turnover before the timeout, Mississippi State has the ball. The turnover against Auburn is first of the day. Hubbard down the left side of the lane. Cut off, fade away from 13. Missed it. Weak side rebound State. Back up and in. Auburn didn't box out. Doggone it.
Yeah, as soon as we make a defensive change right there, I don't know if that was Sway or Jovic that time, but they just pinned him right underneath the basket.
Hall, head fake at 3, penetrates into the key, loses the ball, gets the ball back. Backs up on the left wing. Tigers trail 11-9. Hall to the basket. Kicks it to the corner, to the wing. Mashalik out to the top for Overton. 3 ball. Off the iron, he missed it. Rebound, a chore on the low post for State. State leads Auburn 11-9 with the basketball. Epps on the right wing. Guarded by Hall. Around the perimeter it goes. A chore. All the way to the basket. Loses it. It's loose. Here's Auburn the other way. Overton up the middle of the floor. To the right wing, Mashalik. To the hole, laid it up. It was blocked and a foul.
Really good attack by the Auburn Tigers that time. That's the fastest we've run the floor offensively since the game has started. I mean, we came off the defensive boards rolling, speed dribble down the floor, and it get fouled right at the basket by Jovic. Got a chance for 2 free throws.
Hubbard was the one whistled for the foul for Mississippi State. Philip Jovic is at the line for 2. Shooting 56% from the stripe as a team. Auburn just a shade under 70. Actually, it's Mashalik who's at the line for Auburn.
I thought it was Mashalik, but all of a sudden Jovic,
well,
he was excited.
It was a late whistle on Mashalik driving to the basket. He'll get a couple.
Step up there, big fella, and make you 2.
Junior out of Dallas, Texas. First free throw is good. And Blake is already over his season average of 0.5 points a game.
Well, he's played a lot of quality minutes for the Tigers this year, and he does exactly what he needs to do to help the Tigers spell Tahad Pettifer. This time, he's being even more productive.
And Blake knocks home both to tie the game at 11. A chore out of the lineup for State. They bring in Sergej Maksara, a 6'9 sophomore from Slovenia. Tied at 11. Epps at the top. Backs it up and shoots a 3 over Jovic. He didn't get it. Rebound weak side tap. Nearly, and here's Auburn the other way. Sebastian Williams-Adams races up the left sideline. Hands the ball to Mashalik there. Now to Overton. Tied at 11, Auburn ball, 14:33 first half. Overton just to the left of the key. Now into the key. Down the left side of the lane, up from 12. Good!
Really nice. I like the speed of the way the Tigers are playing offensively. They're racing the ball down the floor, moving it over the pass. That time they got a nice jump shot by Overton.
13-11 Auburn. Tigers are 5 of 8 from the field. Epps on the curl with a pass for McGee. Low post. Drive into the lane. Shot is up. It's missed. Rebound to Overton for the Tigers. All the other way, Auburn up by 2 with the basketball. Overton to Keyshawn Hall. A screen from Jovic. Down the lane. Gets bumped and gets fouled. And Auburn's single season leader in free throws made will go to the stripe for 2 more.
One thing he is terrific at, one of the best, not only in the SEC, but across the country. When he has an angle on you, he's so strong, he can really create contact and finish.
First free throw missed by Keyshawn Hall. 210 made free throws this season, setting the Auburn single season record, previously held by the legendary John Mengelt in 1971. Second free throw is good. Auburn leads by 3, 14-11. 13:53 to go in the first half of play. Epps up the floor with Hubbard on the bench. Epps left wing picked up by Jovic. Down the left wing it comes. Back to the top of the circle. Epps again picked up again by Jovic. Now Michalek in a screen. Tried to turn the corner, couldn't. McGee into the lane. And a reach in on Sebastian Williams-Adams will send McGee to the line to shoot 2.
Williams-Adams did a really nice job on the initial thrust defensively, but he let his man get the ball to the paint. Anytime you get the ball to the paint, there's usually a spin move. When that spin move took place, the hands become just so active and end up reaching in.
Jabari McGee, a senior from Macomb, Mississippi. 68% from the stripe. First free throw is short. As a team, this is not an especially good shooting team from the line for State. They're just a bit under 67%. And Epps checks out, and Josh Hubbard back into the lineup for State. Auburn by 3, 14-11, 13:33 in the first half. McGee, second free throw, and he got it. Up the floor. Kevin Overton across midcourt. Guarded by McGee there. Inside the arc, Sebastian. To Jovic, top of the circle for Overton. 17 to shoot. Kevin turns the corner. Right wing, 3-ball, swing. Good!
Buried a big 3, a penetrating pitch, but Kevin Overton made the defense drop in there, try to cover the drive, opened up Williams-Adams, and a nice-looking jump shot.
5-point Auburn lead, 17-12. Fleming, top of the circle for State. Guarded closely by Jovic. Gets it off the left side for Jones. Into the corner for Makara. Picks up the dribble, top of the circle again, Jones. Left wing, drive, jump step, and a steal by Michalek, and he's fouled in the play.
That's 2 good plays on one possession by Blake Michalek that time. He deflected the ball, came up with a steal, and the guy fouled him as he was retrieving it. 2 good plays by Blake. Is really playing well.
Yes,
he is productive today.
Well, and not only that, it's extending his time on the floor. Auburn doesn't feel it has to go back to Hyde Pettiford. And Auburn wants to be playing deep into this ball game, minutes early in this tournament, if you're winning really, really big for Auburn right now.
Certainly.
Tigers lead 17-12. Overton across midcourt. Bounce pass at the top for Sebastian Williams-Adams. Low post Hall. Head fake left side of the key. Brings it out to the wing. 16 to shoot. Keyshawn. Crossover. Picks it up. Right wing Overton. KO with 10. Puts it on the floor. Drives on Hubbard to the free throw line. From 15. No, it was short. And the rebound to State. Hubbard leads the break for State. Hubbard, free throw line. Running one-hander. Good.
Got to get him stopped a little bit earlier. He never did have to hold up. He always had an angle, got the ball to the paint, and he is strong. He's not very tall, but he's really got a strong body.
17-14 Tigers. Hall, top of the circle. Working on McGee. Loses the ball, gets it back. Right wing for Jovic. Phillip. Down the left side of the lane, double team to Michalek. 7 to shoot. Lobs it up there for 3, didn't get it. Rebound, State with the ball. Down 3, State ball. 11:40 in the first half. Hubbard double teamed on the wing. Brings it out to the top of the circle against Michalek. Hesitation move. Backs it up with 17 to shoot. Hubbard to Jones. A 3-ball to tie it. No, long rebound, weak side, Jovic. Phillip to Sebastian Williams-Adams, and now Overton to bring it across midcourt.
That's a really good defensive series by the Tigers.
Overton lobs it. Jovic. They'll give him the 3 all day long. Phillip, low post, great pass. Sebastian Williams-Adams, and he was fouled on the floor with 11:06 to go in the first half, and a timeout. Auburn ball when we come back. Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit mindyatparadise.com. 11:06 in the first. Auburn ball when we return. Tigers 17, Mississippi State 14. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up here again, looking all delicious with your fresh all-beef patties, melty cheeses, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch. When I want you, you're nowhere to be found. And now you're back? Aw, get in here. We just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back for a limited time and harder to resist than ever. Download the app. What a burger!
Download the Auburn Athletics app, powered by War Eagle Mobile. Buy tickets, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and manage your War Eagle Plus subscription. And listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously, on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics. Download it now.
Welcome back to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville as Auburn leads Mississippi State 17-14 in the first round of the SEC tournament. Jacob Hillman here courtside with the check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. It's conference tournament week, and it's also bubble watch for the Tigers as they look to get into the field of 68 on Selection Sunday. Kind of a few bubble teams to keep an eye on. Last night, Virginia Tech and Stanford lost in the ACC tournament. That's a positive result for the Auburn Tigers. In progress now are 2 games in the ACC. SMU is trailing to Louisville 26-24, 60 seconds to go in that first half in Charlotte. The Tigers will want SMU to lose that game to eliminate them from contention. The other result that is of interest for Auburn is in the Big 12. Cincinnati leads UCF 11-7 with 11:35 to go in that first half. Auburn will want UCF to beat the Bearcats in Kansas City. We'll break down all of the bubble aspects here in the week of conference tournaments and where Auburn is rooting for at Conecuh halftime. So that's coming up in 11 minutes and 6 seconds of game action. Now back for the story. Here's voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Elijah Freeman back on the floor for Auburn joins us. Sebastian Williams-Adams, Phillip Jovic, Kevin Overton, and DeHaad Pettiford back into the lineup for Auburn. That's a good stint for Blake Mashalik.
He carried us right through there, both defensively and scoring on the offensive end, but the Tigers are doing one good thing, 4 assists on 6 baskets.
Inbound, they tried to lob it for Freeman. He got undercut just a bit. And Elijah, the sophomore from Palm Beach, Florida, will go to the line for 2 for Auburn.
Really good call by the bench after a timeout on the baseline out of bounds play to set up a different wrinkle that Mississippi State has not seen.
A chore called for the foul, his first. Elijah's free throw missed off the back of the iron. Sophomore out of Wellington High School in Palm Beach, Florida. Good free throw shooter at 72%. Leads Auburn with 1.1 steals a game. Second free throw, and he missed both. Rebound tapped out of bounds by Sebastian Williams-Adams.
This will be a good experience for Elijah in his first SEC tournament. He's had a good season for his first year at Auburn, but we expect great things from him.
State down 3 with the ball. Hubbard, top of the circle. Picked up by Jovic and a switch. Now top of the circle to Chor. Turns the corner, drives it to the basket, lost it out of bounds. Touch last by Auburn, 14 to shoot for Mississippi State. Out of bounds, baseline right.
Tigers are being really tough defensively. When State puts it on the floor and drives it to the basket, the Tigers are meeting them with their body and moving their feet and have not fouled on a play like that, and that's a good thing.
Hubbard triggers baseline right. Lobs it to Matsura at the right wing. Gets around Freeman, drives to the hole and banked it up, and he missed it. Rebound Matsura again. Out to the top for Hubbard, nearly out of bounds. Auburn's lead is 3. Hubbard, a 3 ball, ties again.
He can splash it over the best. He is one of the best in college basketball. That time he showed he went right up over the top of Jovic from about 22 feet.
Cannot give them second chances. Sebastian Williams-Adams to the right wing for Freeman. We're tied at 17. Pettiford in the key. Corner, sway, penetrates. In the lane, up with the left hand. It was blocked. Rebound State. Here's Epps the other way for the Bulldogs. Left wing Matsura to the basket, blocking a foul against Sebastian Williams-Adams.
The first time we've seen Mississippi State really push it hard in transition. They attacked the basket that time. Hubbard was covered, so he went straight to the goal. The Tigers was not going to give up an easy goal.
They got the foul on Overton from behind and State at the line with a chance to take the lead. Matsura, a sophomore at 6'9", 220 pounds. Playing in his 116th game. .06 in the first half. We're tied at 17. Murphy about to come back into the ball game for Auburn. Matsura's free throw is missed short. All right, got to be careful, but you got to play aggressive. You got to find that fine line, Randall.
That's for sure. With Murphy coming back in, he's got to be smart. He's got to continue to play hard, but he still has got to be smart, especially on the defensive end and on the board to not foul.
Matsura missed both, and the rebound to Freeman for Auburn. Tiger ball tied at 17. Elijah to the top of the circle, now Overton. Pettiford on the left wing for Auburn. Overton running the point against Hubbard. KO drives to the right wing, maintains the dribble. Right hand dribble in the key, now back out. Ball tapped out to the top for Murphy. Hands it back to Overton. A screen, pull up, 15-footer, no. And the weak side rebound to Chor for State. 2 Epps on the break. Epps through the down to the left side of the lane, spins into the lane. Fadeaway blocked by Pettiford. Matsura goes up, he missed it. And Murphy gets the rebound for Auburn. Ahead to Pettiford. Tahad down the right side of the lane to the hole, banked it in.
Playing fast is a key for the Tigers today. That time, Tahad Pettiford just out-dribbled everybody down the floor for the layup.
He had 21 in Starkville. That's his first point of the night. Auburn by 2. Hubbard in the key, up from 18, short. Rebound Pettiford for Auburn. He's 1 on 3. Pettiford pulls it out into the corner. He'll pop a 3 from the corner. Didn't get it. And the rebound to Ballard. Not sure that was the shot that Auburn wanted there.
I think that was quite a marginal shot for Tahad. We had numbers coming. And
Epps, low post. Ballard with the left hand, put it in.
And that's what usually happens. When you make a mistake or you make a bad play, the other team usually takes advantage of it. That time they came down and stuck it right in the basket.
19 apiece our score. Pettiford a screen, free throw line. Pull up from 15 to Hod, miss it long. Rebound Ballard.
Yeah, he's trying to force it a little bit too much right now.
Hall and Mashalik in at the next break. Ballard to the hole, dumps it with the right hand.
Got a little momentum switch here with Mississippi State, back-to-back easy baskets. The Tigers are so much better when they pass the basketball around by the pass instead of putting it on the deck all the time. Make the defense move.
Murphy to Overton. To the right wing, Overton. 3 ball in the air. Good!
Just like that, they move the ball. 2 different passes, set a screen for Overton, and he buries the shot.
22-21 Auburn. 7:52 on a counting clock in the first half. Auburn and Mississippi State. The winner gets Tennessee tomorrow at 2. Second round of the SEC tournament. Epps to a Chor between the circles. Left wing Matsura. They have a big lineup in there right now with Matsura and a Chor and Ballard. Epps, though, one of the small guys on the wing. Guarded by Murphy there. Puts up a 3 against Murphy, didn't get it. Rebound, Sebastian Williams. Adam, great job to keep a chore off the glass.
That was outstanding.
Low post, Murphy fouled by Epps.
What a block out by Sebastian Williams out of that time.
It sure was.
And we advanced the ball, had a dead layup that time by Murphy, but they fouled him. He may get a chance, either a baseline out of bounds probably when we come back.
7 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Auburn 22, Mississippi State 21. Your team is your most valuable asset, so ensure that they're protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regents.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Back to Nashville for more Auburn basketball at the SEC Tournament.
7:22 in the first. Auburn leads Mississippi State 22-21. State 9 of 21 from the field, 42.9%. Auburn 8 of 17 from the field, 47%. Auburn 3 of 8 from 3. State 1 of 5. Auburn 3 of 6 from the free throw line. And State is 2 of 6. Rebounding, State 14, Auburn 9. If there is one area that you look at right now and say, hey, listen, this has got to change, it's points in the paint. State 12, Auburn 4.
Yes, I think that, and then the rebounding part of it, and we are still sitting on 0 on offensive rebounds. We need to get a second opportunity every once in a while, but I'm still pleased with 5 assists on 9 baskets. The Tigers are sharing their basketball. They are a terrific offensive team. When they move that basketball from one side of the floor to the other on the pass, they find open shooters just like the previous possession. They got Kevin Overton off of an easy down screen of a jump shot off the glass. That was a really good play. When they move it like that, then it opens up for deep penetration.
This note from Scroggins Noggin. Keyshawn Hall's 3 points. He has now tied Chuck Person for 14th on Auburn's single-season scoring list with 593 points. His next bucket, and he moves into 14th alone. Auburn ball out of bounds, baseline left. Elijah Freeman will trigger. Auburn flattens it out against the baseline. Michalek one corner, Murphy in the other. Hall and Pettiford bracket the lane. Lob to Hall, left side of the lane. Got a step to the basket, kicks it to the corner. Pettiford wide open 3, missed it. Rebound, Freeman back up, goes up and it's ripped out of his hand and out of bounds.
Well, really a nice play that time. One of the mistake that Hall made, throwing the ball over to Pettiford, he threw it down on him. What I mean by that, he threw it down around his shoelaces. Tahad had to reach down and get it and then gather up. Reason he missed that shot.
Inbound to Hall out the left wing. To Murphy outside the arc, to Pettiford at the top. Against Epps. Left wing, Freeman penetrates to the baseline. Pull up from 12. Didn't get it. Murphy went up for the dunk. And it's an offensive goaltend by Keyshawn Murphy.
I will take that any day. With Murphy's attack on the glass, he went with vengeance. Ended up goaltending, but he went with authority.
Jovic will come in. Murphy comes out.
They may play him a little bit of offense-defense substitution,
Yeah.
Andy, on these next 7 minutes, because let's not forget he still has 2 fouls.
Josh Hubbard across midcourt for the Bulldogs. Top of the circle for Davis Fleming. Now to Epps against Michalek. Got it, step to the basket, and he banked it in.
Kind of got Michalek on an angle that time. He didn't have – Tahad could not help off of Hubbard. That time Michalek was on his own, gave up a layup.
23-22 State. Pettiford to Jovic at the top. Off the left wing, it's Hall. Keyshawn drives to the baseline, gets double team, triple team, kicks it to the corner. Michalek, right wing, 3-ball. Freeman, no. And the rebound on the weak side for Achor. Hubbard, right wing, Achor. Low post, whistle, reach in, foul from behind, I think on Michalek. Yep. Blake Michalek whistle for the foul.
They were trying to isolate Blake that time on a post-up. Jones had him buried deep. Couldn't do much about it, so he had to kind of reach around, end up fouling.
Freeman comes out and Overton's back in for Auburn. State brings Sergei Matsura back into the lineup, replacing Achor on the low post. State out of bounds, baseline right. Leads Auburn by 1, 23-22. Matsura to the corner, Hubbard, 3, no. Ball deflected, it comes back to Pettiford, but he was out of bounds. Came back in when he picked up that ball.
Really good hustle play that time. Got a good deflection. It'll make Mississippi State have to take the ball out of bounds at the coffin corner on their offensive end.
Pettiford out, Sway back into the lineup for Auburn. And Jovic goes over to Auburn's athletic trainer, Clark Pearson. I wonder if he's got some blood.
I think so, because with that situation is different than a lot of injuries or anything like that. They can take their time, clean that, and he can still remain in the game.
Clark worked on Jovic. I think it's his left hand, I believe.
Yeah, I think it kind of got on his jersey as well.
All right, they got to clean that up as best as possible. You have a certain amount of time to do it.
It looks like they've done that in a timely fashion. It kind of gave Mississippi State a little bit of a free timeout right there.
Sure did.
So the Tigers have got to be on their P's and Q's defensively right here in case they change the play that the Tigers thought they were going to run.
Jones will trigger down near the coffin corner right side. Inbound Epps. Off the left side against Michalek. There's a screen. Picked up in a switch by Overton. Straight away 3. Good.
Those two guards are really good. They did a shadow screen that time. It's what you call a ghost screen by Hubbard. Opened up Epps for the 3-ball.
4-point lead for State, their biggest lead of the first half. Hall between the circles, double team. Down to the baseline, Sebastian. Along the baseline, pinned underneath the basket. Wraparound pass for Jovic, goes up, gets fouled, and Phillip will go to the line to shoot 2 for Auburn.
Really like those two young forwards right there. Sebastian Williams Adams made a nice drive baseline. He drew 2 people on him, handed it off to Jovic. Jovic went up and got fouled. Got a chance for 2 free throws.
Matsura called for the foul. It's the 6th. Make that the 7th against State. So Auburn will shoot free throws for the rest of the half. 2 for Phillip Jovic. First is missed. Pettiford back in, replacing Michalek. Jovic can cut the lead to 3 right here. 5:43 in the first half. Auburn just 3 of 7 from the line in this first half of play. Second free throw from Phillip, and he missed it.
Ooh, just looked like that rim just kind of spit it out right there. Went down and came right back out.
Epps across midcourt for State. They lead by 4 with the ball. Epps against Pettiford. Drives it down the right side of the lane, gets cut off now to Hubbard at the top. Hubbard puts it on the floor, drives it off the glass. He didn't get it. Rebound Overton for Auburn. Outlet up the right sideline for Hall. Hall, a screen from Jovic. Dumps it to Jovic, low post. He's double teamed, gets pinned. Goes up and missed it. And the rebound to State.
Played pretty fast that time offensively, got the ball to the basket, just couldn't score.
Epps is hurt. They put up a shot, they miss it. Rebound Sebastian ahead to Pettiford. Pettiford against Epps, blows by him, kicks it to the wing. 3-ball Hall. No. Rebound weak side. It's Jovic that runs it down for Auburn. To the wing, Overton. He'll pop a 3 in and out. Rebound Phillip back up, but it's out of bounds off State. Auburn has now gone 3 minutes and 10 seconds without scoring.
Really taking some pretty good shots. They just hadn't gone down. They were going through a little bit of a dry spell. Only 1 of 8 in the last 8. I mean,
of the last 5 for Auburn. And both teams go to their benches. They're going to review to see if that ball was out of bounds off Auburn or State. The call was out of bounds off State.
Sometimes when big guys get the ball inside and they go up and a guard knocks it out of bounds, sometimes they give that ball, it's deflected off their knee or their thigh. That may have happened. I'm not quite sure. I was kind of blocked out because of the traffic in the lane.
We're going to get another look at it. Jovic went up for the shot. I'm afraid that's going to be Mississippi State basketball.
Yeah.
I think Phillip was the last one to touch it. And it's a pretty quick review.
Too bad he couldn't have called that reach-in foul that time.
Right.
That created the...
And that's what Stephen Pearl is telling Lucas Santos. Yeah, yes. It was out of bounds against Auburn, but it was a reach-in on Mississippi State.
Successful. It will be Mississippi State's ball on the baseline with a 30-second shot clock. Ball will resume.
State on a 6-0 run, leading Auburn 26-22. Auburn hasn't scored in 3 minutes and 14 seconds.
Tigers got to be really careful right here. You got 4:47 on the clock. You're going to get a media timeout in 47 seconds at the 4-minute media, so you need to try to win a few possessions, not dig yourself even deeper in this deficit.
Jaden Epps to Josh Hubbard. Watch out for the 3-ball, friends. State up by 4 with the ball. Hubbard against Overton, picks it up. Left wing for Jones. Jones on the right wing. Matsura, top of the circle. To Epps, head fake straight away. Down the right side of the lane. Corner Jones. Out of the key. Up from 8. He got it.
They ran an offense that time. They picked up their speed. Mississippi State moved it quickly on the dribble handoffs. End up getting the ball to the paint again and then scoring.
6-point lead for State. Pettiford. Jovic. Double high post offense to the left wing for Williams-Adams. Now Jovic in the key. Left wing for Hall. Keyshawn with 10 to shoot. Turns the corner. Lobs it to Jovic up, and he missed the layup, but he was fouled.
Really nice 2-man play between Hall and Jovic that time.
Stops the clock with 3:55 to go in the first half. And Philip Jovic will shoot free throws when we come back. Auburn has gone 4 minutes without scoring. And Mississippi State has taken advantage. Bulldogs lead the Tigers 28-22. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Download the Auburn Athletics app, powered by War Eagle Mobile. Buy tickets, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and manage your War Eagle Plus subscription. And listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics. Download it now.
Mississippi State has its largest lead of the first half over Auburn in this SEC tournament first-round matchup in Bridgestone Arena. Jacob Hillman here courtside as we look ahead to Conecuh halftime. That comes up in 3 minutes and 55 seconds of game action. We'll break down the bubble and where those teams stand, their kind of their schedules, and the rooting interest for Auburn fans as we look ahead to Selection Sunday and how the Tigers can get in. And obviously handling business against the Bulldogs is point A. Then we'll take a look around Auburn athletics. Auburn baseball with a huge run rule victory over UAB last night. We have some comments from Coach Butch Thompson, and then we look ahead to SEC road opener for SEC softball. Men's and women's tennis will be back in action later this week. Auburn Equestrian has the SEC Championship later this month. And then we'll take a look at the first half stats, all coming up on Conecuh halftime. That's in 3 minutes and 55 seconds of game action. Now back to voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
28-22 Mississippi State. Auburn at the free throw line with 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first half. Auburn has gone 4 minutes and 6 seconds without scoring. Randall, what has been the key to the defense from State, or perhaps the lack of offense for the Tigers?
Well, I think the Tigers have rushed their shots just a little bit. We're still sitting on 5. We had 5 assists on 6 baskets there at one point. Now we're still at 5 assists on 8 baskets. But we've got so many misses because everything is not off the pass. It's off the bounce. Another thing the Tigers need to do is get on the glass. Bottom line, Andy, we're missing the productivity of Keyshawn Murphy.
Yeah, this game changed dramatically when Keyshawn picked up his second foul. He had 7 points and a rebound at that point. He's still at 7 points, and he has 2 rebounds since. Jovic, the first of 2, and he missed it.
I thought he might come back in this segment right here and try to get a minute and do offense-defense substitution, play him on offense and Jovic on defense if it arose like that.
Second free throw from Jovic. That one is good. His first point of the day. And Auburn trims the lead to 5. 28-23 State. 3:54 to go in the first half. Josh Hubbard across midcourt against Kevin Overton. On the right wing, maintains the dribble. Jones right back to Hubbard. Shot clock at 17. Hubbard, top of the key, off the left wing, Matsura. Through the key, now to the top for Jones. To Hubbard, between the circles. Ball knocked into the backcourt. Off of Hubbard, nope, off of Williams-Adams. Good hustle by Sebastian Williams-Adams, working there against Hubbard. Hubbard knocked the ball off of Williams-Adams, out of bounds at midcourt.
Williams-Adams has really got another gear. When he turns it on, he can really move. He's got great feet. He's quick for his size. That time he switched off on Hubbard and pushed him all the way to midcourt and almost came up with a steal. 8
to shoot for State. Ball out of bounds just across, or just be in front of midcourt. Watch out for Hubbard, all alone here. Down to 5. Nope, they get it to the corner. Matsura for 3. It's no good. Weak side rebound, Auburn.
Really smart defensive move by the Tigers that time. They run another man toward him, made him shoot it quick.
Bedford on the right wing lost it. A steal for Jones. Oh, that was over and back to Hubbard. Pull up, free ball, Hubbard, good. Dad, got it.
Bad turnover, bad time right there. Right in midcourt, opened up Hubbard for a wide open 3.
31-23 Mississippi State, 3:01 in the first half. Auburn will of its last 5 from the field. Pettiford, Sebastian penetrates, bump, goes up, he missed it. Rebound on the floor off of State. Auburn keeps it with 10 to shoot. Tigers cannot buy a basket right now. Trailing by 8, 31-23.
Mississippi State's defense has gotten a lot better. They've gotten a little bit tougher. The Tigers have just not had any good open looks lately.
Inbound Hall. Keyshawn, corner, free ball, Pettiford. Didn't get it. Rebound State. They can take the lead to double figures. Hubbard on the wing. Drives it down the lane, goes up with the right hand. It went. Yep.
He can score multiple ways at 3 levels, at the rim, from behind the 3-point, and certainly mid-range, and he showed that.
Hubbard with 13 in the first half. Tigers trail by 10. At the right wing, it's Overton. His defender goes down. He shoots a three. Didn't get it. Rebound, Sebastian Williams-Adams back up. Nobody's fouled.
What an offensive rebound. One of the very few that we've gotten this first half. Williams-Adams climbed the offensive glass, tried to get it back in the basket, but got a chance for a free throw.
12-1 run right now by Mississippi State. Second straight game that Auburn has trailed by double figures against State. Sebastian's free throw is good. Trims the lead to 9. The foul, by the way, was against Matsura, his second. And Matsura comes out for State. Second free throw. Good as well from Sebastian.
Really nice by Sebastian Williams-Adams. It's one area that he struggled this year, but it's good to see him grow a little bit. Postseason might be different for him making those free throws.
We approach the 2-minute mark of the first half. State leads Auburn by 8. Right wing, Achor. Wide open three ball. No. Weak side rebound out of bounds off of State. Auburn gets it.
Tigers have changed their defense. For our listeners, what they're doing is they're freeing up Sebastian Williams-Adams off of his man once Hubbard crosses midcourt and chasing him, running another man, making him give the ball up.
Really athletic lineup in there right now for Auburn. Really no big on the floor. As Pettiford brings it across midcourt, Tigers trail by 8. Bounce pass at the top, it's Freeman. To the right wing for Overton. 20 on the shot clock. Drives it to the basket, spins, goes up with the left hand. He didn't get it. And the rebound to KO. Down the lane, goes up, he got it.
Another second opportunity back-to-back for the Tigers. That time it was Kevin Overton retrieving his own miss and then sticking it right back in the basket.
6-point lead for State, 33-27. A minute 27 in the first half of play. Hubbard at the top. Overton stays with him. Hubbard rises up for three, didn't get it. Rebound tapped up. Freeman comes out of there for Auburn. Ahead, KO. Cross court, Hall to the hole, goes up. It's knocked out of his hand, out of bounds, off of Kevin, or off of Keyshawn.
The Tigers always get something pretty good when they advance the ball up the floor off the pass like they did then. Even though Hall lost it out of bounds, they usually got a good look at the basket. That time he did. It just couldn't get his hands wrapped around it.
1:08 in the first half. State on top of Auburn, 33-27. Hubbard across midcourt. Brings it top of the circle. Now to Epps, free throw line. Puts it up, it was blocked. Oh, and a late whistle and a call. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. What? That's an awful call. That's an awful call. The replay shows there was no contact. It was a clean block by Tahad Pettiford. Pitiful call. First free throw is missed. Holy cow, look at the replay, please.
That's a good sign. He missed that free throw. The Tigers need to box out right here, make sure we get the defensive rebound and get out offensive transition.
Second free throw by Epps. He missed both. Rebound comes to Pettiford. 33-27. State leads it. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Pettiford on the right side. Oh, they got Auburn for a bad call there. They said it was an offensive foul on Sebastian Williams-Adams. Same official. Same guy. Golly bum.
Got him for an illegal screen that time. I'm not sure Sway got set up, but their feet got tangled up, and he went and gave the defense the advantage.
Boy, oh boy. 47-7, 10 seconds to go in the first half. State up 33-27. Hubbard on the right wing against Mishalik. Pulls back near the right corner. Long three, Hubbard. Didn't get it. Air ball out of bounds. Off of State, Auburn ball. That's good defense by Blake Mishalik on Josh Hubbard.
It sure was. I'm not for sure that Hubbard didn't step out of bounds at that time, but that was outstanding defense. Mishalik stayed on the floor, didn't go for all of his head fakes, just bodied up and made him miss a big shot.
33-27 State, 34.8 seconds to go. Auburn has only made its last, or one of its last 10. State hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Game clock, shot clock about 5 seconds apart. The shot clock is down to 17. Tahad Pettiford in the center circle working on Epps. Gets a screen from Sway. Left wing three, Tahad. Good!
Nice high pick right there. He just got just enough to get it off. Nice jump shot by Tahad Pettiford behind the free line.
And that cuts the lead in half. It's 33-30 State, and State calls a timeout to work for a final shot with 12.1 seconds to go in the half.
That was a big needed basket by the Tigers, but only the second 2 of the last 11 shots by the Tigers, and that was hugely needed.
Stephen Pearl really in the ear of the official who's outside the Auburn huddle. I don't blame him. The last 2 calls against Auburn fouls were phantom calls by the same official, who will remain nameless on this broadcast.
Got 12 seconds to go. It's a huge defensive possession by the Tigers. Number 1, better make sure that Hubbard, they're going to probably run at him, make him give the ball up, make somebody else make a play.
Hubbard will inbound. I'll bet they get the ball back to him, don't you?
There's not any doubt. He's going to be involved in this play in some way.
Epps off the inbound, brings it across midcourt, 10 seconds in the half, a 3-point lead for State. Epps against Mashalit. Pulls up for 3. Missed it short. Rebound Hall for Auburn. Midcourt. Sebastian lets it go. And almost knocked down the backboard in the process with the shot.
Great defensive stop right there by the Tigers. 2 momentum swings. The shot by Tahad Pettiford into the half. And that defensive stand right there should give the Tigers a shot in the arm.
A much-needed 7-0 run by Auburn at the end of the half. The score, Mississippi State 33, Auburn 30. State led by 10 at one point, but the Tigers won the last 3 minutes of the first half and have cut the lead down to 3. 33-30, Mississippi State leads it. Time now for Conecuh halftime, and here is Jacob Hillman.
Thank you very much, Andy, as we look at the Yellowwood scoreboard and kind of the bubble right now, as that relates to Auburn big time here as we close out the season. But we'll start with the schedule for the SEC tournament the rest of the day. Earlier today, it was the 9th seeded Kentucky Wildcats taking down the 16th seeded LSU Tigers 87-82. Otega Owe scores 23 points and grabs 8 rebounds to lead the Wildcats, while LSU gets a huge performance from Max McKinnon, 28 points, but it's not enough for the Tigers. They also get a double-double from Michael Nwoku, 16 points and 12 rebounds. So as we look ahead to the rest of the schedule today here in Nashville at Bridgestone Arena, after this game wraps up, all the fans will go outside and they'll come back for a 6 o'clock start between the 15th seeded Ole Miss Rebels and 10th seeded Texas Longhorns. And then it'll be the 14th seeded South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 11th seeded Oklahoma Sooners at approximately 8:30 Central to wrap up day 1 here of the SEC tournament. If Auburn is to win here against Mississippi State, right now trailing 33-30 at halftime, the Tigers will face Tennessee tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central, thereabout, and then a win against the Volunteers would lead them to a game against the 4th seeded Vanderbilt Commodores on Friday at 2:30 Central. So for tomorrow with a win, we would be on the air at 1:30 Central, getting ready for the Tigers and Volunteers. I mentioned a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard as far as the bubble goes. So here's the full breakdown right now. Yesterday, the positives for Auburn were that Virginia Tech and Stanford have already lost and exited the ACC tournament. In the mid-major ranks, what Auburn should be pulling for is no bid steals. So Miami of Ohio, win the MAC. VCU, it would be bad if they won the A-10. And then New Mexico and San Diego State in the Mountain West, if they were to win that tournament and earn the automatic qualifier, they would steal a bid. So you're pulling against New Mexico and San Diego State, you're pulling against VCU, and you're pulling for Miami of Ohio. In the ACC, you're pulling against SMU on top of the 2 results that have already happened against Louisville. Right now, the Mustangs lead the Cardinals 41-37 with 15 minutes to go in that ball game in Charlotte. The other ACC game of note is later tonight, Cal and Florida State. Tiger fans should be pulling for the Seminoles. That game will tip off at 6 Central. In the Big Ten, Indiana is the lone bubble team that's in question right now. A loss to Northwestern would help Auburn's chances as far as the bubble goes. That game will tip off at 5:30 Central. Then in the Big 12, 2 games to note. Cincinnati currently in progress against Central Florida as it's a 1-point game at halftime. The Bearcats lead the Golden Knights 27-26 at the break there in Kansas City. So Auburn will be pulling for UCF in that second half, and then Oklahoma State later tonight, the nightcap in Kansas City, pulling for TCU to take down the Cowboys at 8:30 Central. And even in the SEC, the Texas-Ole Miss game, the Oklahoma-South Carolina game, both the Sooners and Longhorns are kind of on the bubble and not solidified into the field of 68. So Auburn fans should be pulling for Ole Miss and South Carolina tonight against the Longhorns and Sooners. So that's a full check of the Yellowwood scoreboard and kind of a look around the bubble of a rooting guide for Tiger fans as we move forward with conference tournament week. Coming up, we take a look around Auburn athletics. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Where were you when this happened?
Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball driven. Deep left center field. That ball is gone. My goodness. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. 11 to 9 Auburn. Greg Simpson's done it again.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is your home for Auburn baseball, the Auburn Sports Network.
Welcome back to Connect at halftime, where Auburn trails Mississippi State 33-30 at the break here inside Nashville at Bridgestone Arena. Jacob Hill here with you courtside. We take a look around Auburn athletics. This look around Auburn athletics is brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you. 5th-ranked Auburn baseball run-ruled UAB 17-2 last night and just dominated from the get-go. Andreas Alvarez goes 5 innings and gets the win. Home runs hit up and down the lineup, and head coach Butch Thompson was pleased by the mindset of his team in last night's non-conference tilt.
I was tickled to death. I thought we were present. I thought we were interested in the at-bats from the start to the finish, and that's good. So now we can kind of think about what's next, but keeping these guys in the present moment, I think, is really important for us.
What's next is SEC opening weekend at Missouri. Game time set for 6, 4, and 11 a.m. Central Friday through Sunday with Brad Law on the call all weekend long. Coach Thompson looks ahead to the SEC opener.
We don't need to start just focusing on the score now. We don't need to start looking ahead. We need to stay right here. And all these months, if we were to try to do something different, well, then we haven't trained them well. So this is who we are. We just got to continue to try to do what we're doing and try to keep finding ways to get a little bit better each and every day if we can.
Make sure you follow at AU Sports Network on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you follow AU Sports Network updates on social media, as with the results of the men's basketball SEC tournament depends on where those Auburn baseball games will be played on the air. Friday will likely be on the network regardless. But if Auburn is to make it to Saturday and Sunday of the SEC basketball tournament, then there's going to be some programming updates on the Auburn baseball side. Number 24, Auburn softball, after taking down Kentucky in the SEC opening weekend, loses game 1, but comes back and wins a doubleheader over the Wildcats to take the series. They go to Oklahoma this weekend with game time set for 6:30, 2, and noon Central. Those games can be heard locally in the Auburn area on Weagle 91.1 FM. Everywhere else on the Auburn Tigers app. Brett Bowen will lead coverage from Norman. Number 3, women's tennis got a huge top 5 win at LSU this past Saturday and has achieved the highest ranking in its program history with that top 3 rankings. And they'll be back at home tomorrow to host number 11 Tennessee at 3 Central and Kentucky on Saturday at noon. Both matches are free to attend at the Yarborough Tennis Center, with promotions including an on-yard time koozie on Thursday and tennis bingo cards and a post-match clinic on Saturday. Number 18, men's tennis swept Alabama on Sunday and swept the regular season over the Crimson Tide, and visits number 13 Vanderbilt on Friday at 1 Central and Kentucky on Sunday at noon. Number 15, gymnastics recorded a season-high road score of 197.2 at Elevate the Stage in Huntsville, raising its national qualifying score. The Tigers host senior night on Friday against number 7 Missouri at 7 Central. Tickets are available online at aubtix.com. Men's golf wins at the Haight down in Sawgrass as Jackson Coyven claims the individual title, and diving concluded Zone B championships with indoor track and field gearing up for NCAA championships. Always be sure to check out auburntigers.com and the Auburn Tigers app for full schedules and more information. That look around Auburn athletics is brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Again, your score at the half: Auburn 30, Mississippi State 33. We take a look at the first half stats when Conecuh halftime continues in a moment.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner. Hey Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch Wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The What a Deal, now at What a Burger. For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way. To Hod Pettiford in the center circle, working on Epps. Gets a screen from Sway. Left wing 3 to Hod. Good!
Nice high pick right there. He just got just enough to get it off. Nice jump shot, but to Hod Pettiford behind the 3 line.
That shot brought us to the score we see at halftime here on Conecuh Halftime. 33-30, Mississippi State leads the Auburn Tigers. Jacob Hillman here courtside at Bridgestone Arena. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn basketball. Let's go, Tigers. SeatGeek. And so we take a look at the first half stats. Auburn shot just 35.7% from the field. Mississippi State up to 41.2%. And from 3, the Bulldogs were 25%, and the Tigers were 26.7%. The leading scorer for the Bulldogs was Josh Hubbard with 13 points. He's the game's leading scorer. For the Tigers, Keyshawn Murphy and Kevin Overton each had 7 points. Murphy scored all 7 of those points to start the ball game before having 2 fouls called on him, including a technical foul, and had to sit for most of the first half. Only played 4 minutes and 54 seconds of that first half. When you look at the points from the paint, Mississippi State has 18 to Auburn 6, and second chance points, the Bulldogs outscoring the Tigers 10-4. 5 lead changes in the first half as well as 5 ties. Mississippi State led for 7 minutes and 55 seconds, while the Tigers led for 8 minutes and 53 seconds. The Bulldogs led by as many as 10. The Tigers have it down to 3 here during Kaneka halftime. Those are your halftime stats presented by SeatGeek. And once again, your score at halftime, Auburn 30, Mississippi State 33. We have second half action from the Music City and Bridgestone Arena with voice of the Tigers, Andy Bersham, and Coach Randall Dickey when we return. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud Ream dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stocked fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Welcome back to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Already today, Kentucky advanced into the second round. Kentucky a winner today over LSU. Auburn trying to be the second team to win on opening day of the SEC tournament. The winner of this game between Auburn and Mississippi State gets Tennessee tomorrow at 2 o'clock. State will have the ball to open up the second half. The Bulldogs lead Auburn by 3, 33-30. Along with Randall Dickey, Jacob Hillman, Quinn Burkina in our Skyview Auburn studios, I'm Andy Bertram. Glad to be with you today. Courtside in Nashville, Tennessee, about to start the second half of action.
20 minutes, Andy, right here. This is the 20 minutes we want to win. Get off to a good start right off the bat.
State ball to open the second half. Hubbard across midcourt, right hand dribble against Overton. To the wing, Jones, low post, head fake shot up, and an easy basket on the low post for Ballard.
Come out with a set play, kind of a misdirection play that time. Mississippi State threw it right to the basket and scored easily.
35-30, Mississippi State leads it. Freeman, right wing for Murphy. Murphy against Ballard. Somebody wide open underneath. Pettiford, right wing three, missed. Air ball. And the rebound to Mississippi State.
A little bit of a marginal
right
shot.
Right wing three, Epps. Good.
Take a marginal shot, and then we don't get back, and then open up a wide open three for Mississippi State. Back-to-back scores for them.
And State leads Auburn by 8. Murphy at the high post for the Tigers. Hands to Overton. Works out on the wing for Hubbard, gets the ball back to Murphy. Murph to Hall. Gets a screen. Hall drives to the basket, reverse layup, it's good.
Got it to basket there, but now we got to get back, dig in, get her head on a swivel and play good defense.
38-32 Mississippi State. They've hit their first 2 shots of the second half. State led by 10 in the first. Left corner, 3 ball, Epps missed the 3. Rebound Murphy for Auburn. Auburn's got numbers the other way. Hall drives on Hubbard to the hole, missed it. Rebound Freeman, head fake, goes up, and he's fouled by Ballard. Auburn felt that Hall was fouled on the first shot, didn't get the call. Freeman was fouled on the second shot, and he'll go to the line for a couple.
That was good. Elijah Freeman followed his shot, got the offensive rebound, didn't get fouled. Got a chance on the stick back to shoot 2 free throws here.
Foul was called against Ballard, his first, and now Freeman at the line. Auburn needs to be better at the line than it was in the first half. Auburn was 6 of 12 in the first half. They get their first free throw here from Elijah Freeman.
Yeah, the Tigers are a much better free throw shooting team than they displayed in the first half. It's got to be better in this second half.
Free throw missed. Rebound to the floor, still loose, and Ballard has it for State. 38-33, Mississippi State leads it. Epps at the left wing for State. Brings it to the top, and a switch picked up by Murphy. Picks up the dribble, lobs it into the corner. Left side, it's a chore. Now to the wing for Epps, inside the arc to the baseline. Near the corner, bounce pass, low post Jones. Underneath, and Murphy stole it. Here's Auburn racing the other way. Overton, left wing, 3-ball KO. Good!
That's really the last way that the Tigers want to play. Get the rebound off of a knockdown, a steal, 50-50 ball, or a defensive rebound, and race the ball down the floor. Get an open look, and KO knocked it down.
6-0 run by Auburn to cut the lead to 2. 38-36. Epps, high post to Chore. Right side, Jones knocked out of his hand from behind and out of bounds by Elijah Freeman.
Elijah Freeman did a really good job. He's really long. He's got great length on his body. Reached in there and knocked that ball loose out of bounds.
State basketball, the inbound to Epps. Shot clock at 15 for State. Epps at the top against Tahad Pettiford. Epps, a high post screen picked up by Murphy in a switch. Left corner 3, a chore. No. Long rebound to Freeman for Auburn. Up the floor, Auburn can tie it. Freeman all the way to the hole, lays it in.
That's what speed will do for you. That's an outstanding play. Defensive rebound by Freeman and a layup.
Jones walked and got away with it. Gets pinned on the baseline. Ball is loose. Auburn with it. Murphy out of there to Overton. KO. Right side. Hall, 3 for the lead. No. Weak side rebound though. Freeman for Auburn. Tied at 38. Auburn 10-0 or an 8-0 run, and a foul as Freeman is knocked to the floor.
That's 2 offensive rebounds Elijah Freeman has gotten this half. He's being active on the glass, giving the Tigers second opportunities.
Foul was whistled against Jones, his second. Auburn bought out of bounds, baseline left. Auburn looking for its first lead since the 8:01 mark of the first half. Auburn flattens it out against the baseline. Freeman will trigger baseline left to Hall. Left side of the key. Free throw line Overton from 15, didn't get it. Rebound Matsura up the floor for Mississippi State. It was a good look.
Yeah, it was a really good look. It's a good set play. Just did not go down.
Epps, left wing, outside the arc against Murphy. Drives it to the right side. 16 to shoot. Epps behind the back dribble. Crossover dribble. Top of the circle, whistle, foul. And they're going to get Pettiford, who is knocked down on the floor, the foul. Second foul on Tahad.
Yeah, they're really shadowing Hubbard right now. He kind of what you call face guarding him and end up.
Hubbard put the shoulder into Pettiford, knocked him down, and they called the foul on Tahad.
He sure did.
Yeah. Ballard out. Boy, oh boy. And Davis Fleming in. We're tied at 38, 16 and a half to go in the second. Epps outside the arc against Pettiford. Shot clock at 12. Bounce pass Hubbard. Down the lane. Hang, shoots, he missed it. Rebound tapped up and in by Matsura.
Second opportunity. The Tigers got to get that defensive rebound when they miss.
Stayed up 40-38, Auburn ball. Tahad Pettiford on the wing. Gets a screen. Drives it down the lane. Corner. Head fake at 3. Freeman drives on Matsura. Gets some space. Fade away. Didn't get it. Rebound to the floor. Out of bounds. A foul. I think this is going to go against State. I think.
It sure looked like they pushed Murphy down.
I think they got Jamarian Davis Fleming on the foul, and Auburn will keep it with 16:02, and we've got a timeout on the floor. They're going to review the call, so hold the phones, friends. I'm not sure what they're reviewing right here. I don't know if they're reviewing who the foul was on or if the foul was against State or Auburn.
The previous play is under review. We are at a media timeout.
8-day tickets are on sale now at aubtix.com or the Tickets tab on the Auburn Athletics app. Make plans to be part of the Plains for the return of the 8-day game on Saturday, April 18th. A review going on the foul called against Mississippi State. State leads Auburn 40-38. We'll get you up to date when we return. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Welcome back to Bridgestone Arena. Auburn trails Mississippi State 40-38 with 16:02 to go in the second half. The foul against Jamarian Davis Fleming. They were looking to see if it would be elevated to a flagrant foul as he knocked Keyshawn Murphy to the floor. It is a common foul. Earlier today in the SEC Tournament Game 1, Kentucky outlasted LSU 87-82. Kentucky will face Missouri tomorrow at 11:30 Central Time in the first game on day 2. Later tonight, Ole Miss and Texas at 6 o'clock, and then South Carolina and Oklahoma at 8:30 tonight to wrap up day 1 of the SEC Tournament. The winner of this game gets Tennessee tomorrow around 2:30 here. And for Auburn to have a chance at the NCAA tournament, Tigers have to win this one and probably win tomorrow as well. And maybe Friday.
After review, we have just a common foul. It'll be Auburn ball on the baseline.
Out of bounds baseline right. Auburn stacks 2 each side of the lane rather than flatten it out against the baseline.
Yeah, this is kind of their box set baseline out of bounds play. Sometimes it's a screen-to-screener action.
Pettiford will trigger. Corner, Overton, 3. Good from the right corner.
Really nice set play after a timeout and a big basket for the Tigers.
Gives Auburn the lead, 41-40. First lead for Auburn since the 8-minute mark of the first half. Left wing Epps. Outside the arc. Looks for Hubbard, top of the circle, throws it to Matsuura. Drives it against Hall, gets tied up by Hall on a reach-in on Keyshawn. It'll be the first foul on Keyshawn Hall, and it was a shooting foul. Matsuura goes to the line for a pair.
That's a good help side defense by the Tigers that time, but what a baseline out of bounds play the Tigers called. That was a huge possession because we're struggling offensively. That's a big basket.
Matsuura missed the first free. Neither team is shooting free throws well. Auburn 7 of 14. Auburn is a 75% free throw shooting team. State just 2 of 9. Matsuura can tie it here. And he missed both. And the rebound to Freeman. Now to Pettiford up the floor for Auburn. Tigers lead by 1. To Hodge in the center circle against Epps, gets a screen. Pull up three ball to Hodge, no. Long rebound into the corner. Hall, bump, corner, left wing three. Pettiford, or rather Overton knocks it home.
Here comes KO with another basket, back-to-back threes for Kevin Overton.
4-point lead for Auburn. Hubbard at the top, pull up three ball. Short, long rebound, saved by Pettiford to Overton. Auburn leads it by 4 with the ball. Overton, low post for Murphy. Into the lane with the right hand. Got it!
Yeah, go to work. Big fella down low. The inside-outside attack for the Tigers.
Timeout, Mississippi State, because Auburn's on an 8-0 run. And with 14:57 to go in the second half. Auburn goes on top 46-40. That bucket by Murphy, his first point since he first scored the first 7 points of the ball game.
That was in the first 3 trips of the game.
It was. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. Auburn 46, Mississippi State 40. Jacob gets you up to date when we return. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn place kicker Alex McPherson.
I think the only time I really thought, like, am I still going to be able to play football was when we were talking about the surgery. And then my surgeon came in and was like, you know, Rolf Benerschke. And I was like, no. And so we looked him up, and he kicked in the NFL with 2 bags. And now I talk to Rolf a lot. And so it's just cool. So we looked him up, and my surgeon assured me, he was like, yeah, you can still play football with a bag. Like, you can do anything with a bag. Like, you could skydive, you can scuba dive, you could do all sorts of things. You don't have to be done playing football. And so that was definitely exciting for me, because I didn't want to be done with football.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Back in Nashville for the SEC tournament, the second game of the SEC tournament, as Auburn has taken its largest lead of the day over Mississippi State, 46-40, off an 8-0 run over the last minute of action. Jacob Hillman here, courtside with the check of the Yellowwood scoreboard, and we continue to talk bubble. One of the games of interest for Auburn fans will be wanting Louisville to beat SMU. Right now they are tied at 56 with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in that ball game out in Charlotte, as the Cardinals winning would likely knock the Mustangs off the bubble. Adrian Woolley leads the way for Louisville with 14 points. The other bubble game in action right now, Cincinnati and UCF, as the Bearcats lead UCF 34-32 with 14 minutes and 48 seconds to go in that ball game in Kansas City, as the Tigers will be wanting Cincinnati to lose that game to the Golden Knights. That's a check at the Yellowwood scoreboard. Now back to voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
7 straight double-figure scoring games for Kevin Overton. That's the best in his career. He had 7 points in the first half. In the first 5 minutes and 3 seconds of the second half, he has 9 points. He leads Auburn in scoring with 16, and Auburn leads it by 6, 46-40, after a timeout called by Chris Jans, who has led State to 3 straight NCAA tournaments. To get there this year, they've got to run the table. They've got to win this tournament, as they're 5 games under 500. McGee into the lineup, so they get a little bit smaller with McGee and Epps and Hubbard out there. Matsura and Davis Fleming on the low post. Fleming or Epps to the floor, put it up, missed it, rebound out of bounds off of Auburn.
That time I think they're going to go to a little smaller lineup. Looks like they're going to spread it out and try to drive it, and try to hit the angles and try to get the ball inside the paint against the Tigers.
Hubbard will trigger baseline left. Auburn on an 8-0 run. 16-1, or like 16-2 in the last 4 minutes. Epps way out on the right wing. Top of the circle against Murphy. Matsura puts it on the floor and drives. Goes up with the right hand. He missed it. Rebound tapped, then it comes to Freeman. His 8th rebound to lead Auburn in the ballgame. Tigers by 6 with the basketball. Overton across midcourt on the right-hand dribble. Bounce pass, high post, Murphy right side of the key. Murph one dribble right back to Pettiford. To Hodge. Backs it up with 13 to shoot. Left-hand dribble against Matsura. Gets a screen from Murph. Down the right side of the lane, lobs it to Murphy. Ball batted out of bounds by State. They were trying to throw the alley-oop to Murph. 4.5 seconds for Auburn out of bounds, baseline right.
Decent two-man game there between Tahad and Murph. It just didn't work out, but here we go again with the box set. Screen-to-screener action, baseline out of bounds.
Overton, Murphy, 3 to shoot. Got to get it off. Fade away, Murph, got it!
Beautiful turnaround, mid-range, 12 to 14-foot jump shot by Murph.
14 minutes to go in the second half, and Auburn has an 8-point lead. Hubbard, top of the circle for State. Into the key, up from about 16. He missed it short. Rebound Murphy for Auburn. The Tigers lead 48-40.
Tigers are taking advantage of every mistake that State is making, missed shots, and they're capitalizing on the other end.
At the top, Murph, 3, no. Rebound mid-lane, it comes underneath to Epps. State basketball trailing Auburn by 8. Epps against Overton. On the right wing outside the arc, and Overton knocked it off of Epps out of bounds. Nice play, KO. And here comes Jovic for Auburn, giving Murphy a rest. State will counter and bring their big guy, Quincy Ballard, the 7-footer out of Syracuse, in, replacing Davis Fleming.
Mississippi State, we've seen a lot of combinations of lineups that they have shown the Tigers today, but the Tigers continue to win possessions, up 8 with the ball, 13-22 to go in the game.
Overton works on Epps, gets a step on Epps. Out of the top, Overton, they give him the 3. Bang!
3 threes this half. Big splash by KO that time.
11-point lead for Auburn. 13:05 in the second half. Hubbard at the top, picked up by Jovic in a switch. Crossover, 19-footer in the air, good by Hubbard. His first bucket of the second half.
Tigers have done a good job. They've held him up to this point, but that was hard to guard right there.
51-42 Auburn. Whistle foul, it's going to go against Epps, trying to get around the screen of Jovic.
They're just fighting hard over the screens.
Auburn leads it by 9, 51-42. Tiger ball down the left sideline near the Auburn bench. That foul against Epps, his second, and Sean Jones will come in replacing Epps. Jones a 6'6"er, Epps at 6'2", so they get a little bit bigger at the guard. Inbound Jovic, top of the circle. Right wing, it's Freeman. Now to the top, it's Overton. Pull up, 15-footer, he didn't get it. And the rebound to State.
Pretty good idea. With Overton being hot, running your offense through him, giving him the extra shot.
Hubbard drives, high off the glass, didn't get it. Rebound Freeman, his 9th of the game. He brings the ball up the floor, weaves his way through traffic, stops right wing outside the arc. Auburn leads it by 9. Freeman, crossover, goes down. Oh, he picked it up and lost it out of bounds. Just tried to do too much.
His accelerator stuck that time, Andy. The ball couldn't stay with him, but the defensive positioning is really good for the Tigers, and we're rebounding that basketball and taking over the rebounding statistic right now.
State ball, Auburn by 9, 12:04 second half. Winner gets Tennessee tomorrow at 2 Central. Hubbard to the top for McGee. Hands it to Jones outside the right wing. Top of the circle, Ballard against Jovic. Ballard to McGee on a switch. To the free throw line, fade away. No, air ball, rebound underneath. Achorny put it in. Auburn didn't box out.
Oh, the second opportunity. That's one of the few that State's got in this half, but that was big right there.
7-point Auburn lead, 51-44. Pettiford to Hall at the top, works on Jones. To the right wing for Jovic against Ballard. Backs it up against Ballard. Double team, right wing, 3-ball to High. Swish!
Nothing better. It's the way it's drawn up. Inside, outside approach by the Tigers. Go to Jovic. He gets double team, kicks it out to Tahad, and buries a 3.
11:22 to go in the second half. A timeout on the floor, I believe. Auburn, 54. Mississippi State, 44. With each Tigers three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlive, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. 9 threes so far for Auburn today. And your Tigers lead Mississippi State 54-44. Stay tuned, Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Let's talk rebounding on those defensive stats. Auburn has out-rebounded State 10-8 in the second half and leads in the game 32-28. And Auburn's leading rebounder right now is Elijah Freeman. He has 9. Auburn leads at Randall Dickey by 10. Cannot forget, Auburn had come storming back in Starkville early this year. Down 18 at one point, came back and took a 7-point lead with just under 4 minutes to go in the game. All of the momentum to Auburn, but down the stretch of that game, State outplayed Auburn and won that. What does Auburn have to do to maintain the momentum here for the final 11 minutes and 22 seconds, right now leading by 10?
Well, you have the time in your favor. You have the score in your favor. Now you got to maintain this momentum. To do that, State has 4 fouls. So it's imperative that we get a couple of drives or get the ball inside, create another foul or 2, get to the 7 where you can get to the free throw line. Then you can do 3 things. You can take open perimeter threes, throw the ball inside for one-on-one block scores out of post-ups, or you can drive it, get fouled, and get to the free throw and score like that to maintain. But the biggest thing that the Tigers have done that's created all this is the defensive rebounding has been outstanding in this half. It's given the Tigers an opportunity to get out and transition. Kevin Overton, none bigger than his big 3 threes this half, has really lifted the Tigers offensively.
And let's not gloss over the rebounding of Elijah Freeman, who has 9 rebounds in his ball game right now to lead everybody.
Those 2 combinations, those 2 players right now, we need to pull to a unit, take 1 possession at a time and try to win each one.
Hubbard across midcourt for State. Picked up by Overton at the top. Drives it right side. Auburn doubles him there, traps him there. Bounce pass to the corner for a chore. Skip pass, throws it, knocked away. Here's a breakaway by Elijah Freeman to the hole. Double hand dunk.
Up and away by Elijah Freeman. What a run-through pass. He's had 2 deflections already earlier. That time he ran through and finished it off.
Auburn has hit 6 of its last 8 to go up 12. Right wing 3, good for Mississippi State from McGee.
Good.
Auburn 56, State 47.
Tigers will play a little bit more possession-oriented. Mississippi State's going to jump in a zone right now to try to change the tempo of it.
And
Let's
Auburn,
see what the Tigers do.
Auburn changed its offense. Jovic outside the arc. Now to Overton between the circles. Freeman, left wing three, didn't get it. Rebound, tackler out, it comes to State. A chore up the floor for Mississippi State. Auburn's lead is 9. On the wing, it's McGee against Sebastian Williams-Adams. A chore, 3 ball at the top, good.
Back-to-back three-point shots. The Tigers got to understand this is a crucial part of the game right now. With 10 minutes to go, back-to-back threes, you can't let Mississippi State do it. They're going to stay in the zone.
State has cut Auburn's lead in half. It's a 6-point Auburn lead. Hall and Pettiford in at the next break. Freeman right wing, low post. Sebastian Williams-Adams up, gets knocked down. At least a jump ball there, nothing called. State the other way, a chore, lost it. Here's Auburn the other way.
Still in good shape. You got a 6-point lead right here. We need to get a basket or get a shot going toward the basket.
Low post, Jovic. Double team, triple team. Knocked down, foul. It's going to go against Jovic.
Put it on the deck in traffic.
Yeah, he was triple team too.
And they just swarmed him.
That will bring Pettiford and Hall in. Freeman and Michalek sit down for the Tigers. So does Jovic as Murphy returns to the lineup.
Yeah, with that State staying in that zone, you got to get your offensive weapons back in with Tahad, Hall, and Murphy.
Auburn's lead is 6. State has hit threes on 2 of the last 3 times down the floor. Hubbard spins at free throw line. Fade away from 8. Good and a foul. This is what happened at the 4-minute mark in Starkville. Timeout, they came out possessed, and Auburn couldn't stop it.
They've had just a big breath of the second wind. Mississippi State has been fired. They've hit 2 threes. Now they go to the free throw line for another possible 3-point play. Tigers must withstand this.
Hubbard's free throw is good. Down to a 3-point lead. State on an 8-0 run, making a 9-0 run, excuse me. Boy, Auburn needs a bucket, friends. Leading by 3, 56-53. Right wing, Hall. Lobs it center circle, Pettiford. Drives around the zone, puts it on the floor, lobs it underneath, ball deflected, comes to Sebastian. Left wing for Overton, shot clock at 9. Murph picks it up. Now to Overton, left wing 5, down to 4. Overton 3, left wing, short. Rebound, out of bounds, off of Auburn. Nope, foul on Sebastian Williams-Adams.
Trying to jockey for position on the offensive rebound. Sebastian Williams-Adams ended up fouling. But the biggest thing is this run is 9-0 over the last 2 minutes. That's a quick turnaround for the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
2 3-pointers and an old-fashioned 3-point play. They're another one of those away from tying it. Hubbard pops it, he didn't get it. Rebound. Murphy pulled it out of the sky for Auburn.
Well, he skied up
the left sideline, it's Overton. KO drives on Hubbard. Goes up for a shot, it's out of bounds off of State. And they're not calling anything underneath right now. Goodness gracious. State may want to review this.
I'm not sure what happened. I was a little blocked out as far as when it went out of bounds. But I know the players.
Auburn out of bounds, baseline left. The inbound, Murphy. Overton, left corner 3, short. Rebound State.
We're shooting the ball awfully quick with a lead right now.
Auburn's gone 2.5 minutes without scoring. State has taken advantage, a 9-0 run. It's a 3-point Auburn lead, 8:22 second half. McGee, knocked away by Overton, or rather by Pettiford. He drives to the hole, he lays it up, and he's fouled with a foul on the play. Tahad Pettiford.
Big steal. He made a deflection. He outran the guy to get the basketball, went the length of the floor, laid it in the basket, drew the foul. Now he's got a chance for another free throw.
That was against Jabari McGee. It's the guy that he knocked the ball away from. McGee's second foul. Pettiford at the line for Auburn, a chance for a 3-point play.
What a finish by Tahad Pettiford.
Pettiford with 10, Murphy with 11, 19 for Kevin Overton. Free throw in the air, it's good. Hey, we got the Nets back.
I like that. We got a 6-point lead also.
I like that even more. 8:13 in the second half, Auburn 59, State 53. State goes to the bench. Jamarian Davis Fleming is in as a chore system. Ballard is also in for State. Epps returns to the lineup as well. Auburn by 6, 8:05 in the second half. Hubbard against Pettiford straight away. On a curl, it's Epps. Lobs it underneath, and Hall stepped in front of the pass. They were trying to set up the alley-oop.
Really good help side defense that time to come up with that steal. Auburn. Get a basket right here before this 8-minute media.
Auburn by 6, Pettiford free throw line, lobs it up there, running one-hander, didn't get it. Rebound tapped up, missed, and the rebound to State. Auburn's lead is 6, State ball. Epps, top of the circle for State. Backs it up on the right-hand dribble, 7.5 to go, second half. Auburn leads by 6. Epps, right wing, Jones, between the legs dribble. Hall gives him a little space. 12 to shoot, Jones. Crossover dribble. Had a 3, didn't take it. Low post knocked away from behind by Freeman to Hall.
Back-to-back defensive plays by the Tigers that time.
Auburn ball, Freeman, left wing Hall. Been a quiet second half for Keyshawn. Works on Epps. Drives it to the hole. Foul on the play. Takes us to a timeout break. 7:04 to go, second half. That was the 6th foul against Mississippi State. Auburn ball when we come back. Tigers on top, 59-53. On to Victory is proud to be the official events and experiences company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. Check out the Ambush Tour coming up this spring and early summer. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Hall of Fame coach Kim Evans. Who called you from Auburn? What was the first contact that you had from your alma mater?
So the first contact that I ever had was a guy named Pat Dye. So I got to talk to Coach Dye and spend some time with Coach Dye a few years earlier. And talk to me about Auburn and coaching here. Just kind of one of those great drive around Auburn a couple hours that I'll never forget. And his bird dog sat in my lap the whole time.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
.704 to go here inside Bridgestone Arena in Nashville in the second game of the SEC tournament. It's Auburn leading Mississippi State 59-53. Jacob Hillman here courtside with the check of the Yellowwood scoreboard as they've gone final in Charlotte. Number 24 Louisville knocks off SMU 62-58. That's a positive result for Auburn as it relates to the bubble. Adrian Woolley leads the way for the Cardinals with 14 points and 6 rebounds. In Kansas City, Cincinnati's leading UCF 46-37 with 10:09 to go in that ball game as the Tigers will want the Golden Knights to come back and defeat the Bearcats in that Big 12 tournament second round game. And then there's plenty of other action coming up later tonight. We'll talk about it on the Regions Bank postgame show and how it relates to Auburn on the bubble. That's a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Back to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey for these final 7 minutes of action.
Auburn 59, Mississippi State 53. One of the big turns or changes in this ball game is turnovers. State with 10, Auburn with 6. Auburn has taken advantage, outscoring State on turnovers 13-9. And Keyshawn Hall is at the line for Auburn to shoot a couple. Keyshawn 1 of 2 from the line. He has 5 points on the afternoon. He's joined by Murphy, Williams, Adams, Overton, and Freeman on the floor for the Tigers. First free throw from Hall, and he missed it.
He has been a little bit flat. He missed one earlier in the day. On that free throw, it looked like his shot's just a little flat, a little stiff.
He can take the lead to 7 with his second free throw.
That's more important right now.
And he does.
Inch your way forward. Tigers got 7:04 left. Nice, good lead right here. See if they can double it over the 7 minutes.
Hubbard across midcourt. Auburn traps it. Hubbard throws it to the top for Davis Fleming. Picks up the dribble. Gets the ball to Epps between the circles. Epps to the left wing, turns the corner. Drives to the hole, he banked it up and in. Cuts the lead to 5. Auburn 60, Mississippi State 55. Winner moves on to play Tennessee tomorrow in the second round of the SEC tournament. Hall, a screen from Murph. Down the lane, Hall kicks it to the corner. 3 ball in the corner, short by Sway. And here's State the other way, trailing by 5. Epps, Jones Jr. Back to Epps between the rings. Epps against Freeman. Down the right side of the lane, lobs it up there. He didn't get it. Rebound Murphy.
With a good
now
defensive
Hall.
board right there. Good defensive board by Murph. Got a 5-point lead. Big possession here.
Hall to the free throw line. Down the lane, running left-hander, missed it short. And the rebound to State. Hubbard up the floor for State. Auburn's lead is 5. 5:55 second half. There's another turnover. Auburn the other way. Pettiford walks it across midcourt, gets the offensive call from the Auburn sideline. State just one of its last 8, or Auburn one of its last 8 from the field. Pettiford the fadeaway, didn't get it. Rebound Ballard.
That was a big marginal shot right there.
Hubbard down the lane for State. Up and under and in. Cuts the lead to 3.
Possessions are magnified late in this game. Good shot selection is really important. Try to get something going to the basket. Maybe try to get to the free throw line.
Auburn leads it by 3. Tigers just 0 of their last 4 from the field. Low post, wide open. Freeman from Murphy jams it home.
Nothing like a layup. They didn't cover Elijah Freeman cutting baseline. He was wide open, and Murphy got him an assist on that one.
Auburn's lead is 5. Freeman knocked down Hubbard. That's Auburn's 6th foul in the ball game, or the second half. First foul on Elijah Freeman. And Overton will come in, replacing Tahad Pettiford. Auburn leads at 62-57, 4:58 to go. State out of bounds down the right sideline. The inbound to Epps. Hubbard being guarded by Overton in the right corner. They screen for Epps, picked up by Hall in the switch. At the top, it's Jones, 13 to shoot. To the left wing, picked up in a switch by Sway. Now to Epps at the top against Hall. There's a screen, Overton. Epps at the top, 3, didn't get it. Rebound out of there, Sway. Ahead for Freeman at the left wing. Sway, corner, Overton, wing, Hall, 3, buries it!
When it touches 4 players' hands on the Auburn Tigers on any offensive possession, you're going to get a wide open look. That time, Keyshawn Hall buried the 3.
His first 3 of the game. And with 4:19 to go in the second half, a timeout is called with Auburn on top 65-57. Auburn 65, Mississippi State 57. 4:19 remaining in the first or the second half. And Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty
Get an
work.
ID coming back.
Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Keep it here after the game for the Regions Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
4:19 to go in the second half. Auburn 65, Mississippi State 57. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. With Randall Dickey and Jacob Hillman, Quinn Burkina in our Skyview Auburn studios, I'm Andy Bertram from Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, home of the Southeastern Conference Tournament. Earlier today, Kentucky outlasted LSU 87-82. UK will play Missouri tomorrow at 11:30. The winner of this game between Auburn and Mississippi State gets Tennessee tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central. Tonight's first round evening session matches Ole Miss and Texas at 6. And then South Carolina and Oklahoma at 8:30. The winner of that Ole Miss-Texas game plays Georgia tomorrow. The winner of South Carolina-Oklahoma against Texas A&M tomorrow. Well, 4:19 to go, second half, Randall. Here we are again. Auburn leads Mississippi State 65-57. Auburn led by 7 at this point in Starkville. We know what happened in the last 4 minutes there.
Well, I think the Tigers have learned their lesson from that. I think they valued, just saw that last possession where the ball touched 4 guys' hands. 2 of them passed up shots to get a better shot. That's the way the Tigers should play this down this stretch. Plus, drive the basketball, get fouled, and get to the free throw line.
State ball, Epps off the inbound pass against Elijah Freeman. Drives to the right wing. Inside the arc, steps back, gets a step to the hole, lots it up there. It was blocked by Murphy. Rebound out of there. Ball is loose and out of bounds off Auburn. Boy, Auburn was within an eyelash of a couple different turnovers there.
And they were really scrapping for the ball that time. They really were hustling.
Yes.
Really trying to get a hold of that ball. That's good to see. They've got a little burst of energy here in this last 4:06 left in the game.
State with 13 on the shot clock, out of bounds, baseline left. Threw it all the way into the backcourt for Epps. Across midcourt against Overton. Crossover dribble, drives it to the hole. He lays it up and in. That shouldn't have been that easy.
Ooh, straight line drives have hurt the Tigers the last couple of games.
All right, how does Auburn respond? Tigers lead it by 6, 65-59. Hall, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Left wing Freeman. At the top, Murph. Left wing Sebastian. Drives to the hole. Back door. Freeman underneath, goes up. Block. Gets the ball underneath for Murphy. To Freeman. Freeman to the wing. Hall. Free. Nobody was fouled by McGee.
He gets to go to the free throw line. The ball count moving from one player to the other. Finally, Hall floated wide open, took the shot. They closed on him and fouled him on the 3. Get to the free throw line. Do what he does best, is make free throws.
Keyshawn Hall, the 12th player in Auburn history to score 600 points in a season, and 3 enormous free throws right here for Auburn's single season leader with free throws made, Keyshawn Hall. 212 this season. He gets 3 here first. Good. A foul, by the way, against McGee, his 3rd. Second free throw.
That's huge right there. That's huge.
Switch.
This one's even bigger. Really extend this lead. Wind going away. The Tigers have really earned it. They're really scrapping the last 2 possessions.
Hall made all 3.
Really nice. Nice offensive possession. The last 2 or 3 trips have really played together.
Auburn's lead is 9, 68-59. Auburn fans come to their feet here in Nashville.
Got about 7 possessions left, or 8.
Drive to the hole, Hubbard up and under, he missed it. Rebound out of there to Freeman. His 10th rebound, that sets it a career high for Elijah. 3:17 to go, Auburn leads it by 9. Kevin Overton out at the top, hands the ball to Keyshawn Hall. Sebastian Williams-Adams, top of the circle for Murph. To Overton. Wide open 3, Overton, good!
Oh, how good is Kevin Overton being this second half against Mississippi State?
71-59 Tigers. Hubbard up and under, he didn't get it. Rebound out of there to Overton. 2:50 to go in this one. Tigers lead by 12, 71-59.
They can squeeze the clock now, running the shot clock back down. 2:45 left to go. Dictate where the shot comes from or make Mississippi State foul you.
Murphy from Williams-Adams hands it to Overton, another three. No. Long rebound tapped, and it comes to Epps. That might have put the game away. Epps across midcourt for State. Gets a screen. He'll pop a three over Murph. Didn't get it. Rebound Hall. And Auburn the other way. 2:17 and counting. Auburn by 11. 71-59. The winner gets Tennessee tomorrow. Hall in the center circle. Shot clock at 15. We approach the 2-minute mark. Second half. Hall against Jones. Gets a screen. Drives to the hole and laid it in.
That's a straight line drive for the Auburn Tigers that time. Good set play called from the bench. Flattened them out. 1-4. Go score. Keyshawn Hall.
14-point lead for Auburn and a foul. A reach in on Murphy. And that will send State to the line for a 1 and bonus. It'll be Hubbard at the line for a 1 and bonus. Murph reached in on Hubbard. And Josh goes to the line to shoot 2. Hubbard with 20 on the day for State. He scored 42 Saturday in a losing effort. It wasn't his losing effort, but in State's losing effort to Georgia. Sebastian Williams-Adams out. That's as good a stint as Sebs had had for quite some time at both ends of the floor for Auburn.
Really good segment. And that last previous segment with Kevin Overton running the point was sensational.
Hubbard's free throw is good. That stops an 8-0 run by your Auburn Tigers. They had gone 2-11 without scoring. He can cut the lead to 12 right here. And he does.
Got a 4-possession lead. All you got to do is get the ball across midcourt, milk the clock down, and make Mississippi State foul you.
Hall across midcourt with a pass to Elijah Freeman. One dribble back to Hall. Pettiford back on the floor for Auburn. Hall at midcourt in the center circle. Shot clock at 14. They try to double it. Hesitation move. Throws it left wing. Pettiford drives it to the hole. Great pass, Murph. Up, and he missed the dunk, but he was fouled.
Really good teamwork that time. Went from one side of the floor to the other, and then spoon-fed Murphy. He thought he would just slam it home, and he got pushed. Didn't quite get it down.
Murphy played 4 minutes in the first half. He's played 16 here in the second. And he's at the line to shoot 2. That foul called against Matsura.
Murphy's been really productive today. 11 points, 7 rebounds.
Murph, first time around, scored 7 points with 11 rebounds. He has 11 points and 7 rebounds today. First of 2 for Keyshawn Murphy. And it's good. It rattled home. His first free throw attempt of the day.
Got to find Hubbard in transition.
Boy, you're not lying.
Don't give up any threes.
Nothing but net for Keyshawn Murphy.
He's really played well.
Auburn by 14, 75-61. Minute 21 to go in the second half. Epps inside the arc to the right wing, Matsura. Top of the circle. Now to Jones as they run the weave. Further down the right wing, it's Epps. 16 to shoot. Rises up, shoots a 3 and missed it. Tap up and no, and a foul on Auburn. Davis Fleming got his hand on the ball, and he was fouled on the putback. He'll go to the line with 1:08 to go, and Auburn up 75-61. Davis Fleming out of Canton, Mississippi. 35% from the free throw line this season. Free throw, in and out.
So imperative. They've only got 1 offensive, now they're putting 2 offensive guys, Mississippi State does, but it's imperative that the Tigers box out, seal off when he shoots, and retrieve the ball in case he misses.
Auburn pet band calling for gooey fries, and he missed both. We'll see if Tudd follows through on that at Baumhauer. 1 minute to go in this one. Auburn by 14 points. Pettiford in the center circle, working on Matsura. Shot clock at 16. Pettiford near midcourt. Now puts the offense in motion with 11. Pettiford against Matsura. Crossover dribble. pull-up, 15-footer, in and out. Rebound kept alive, it comes right back. 20 more seconds on the shot clock for Auburn. 38 seconds to go. Auburn about to go to the second round of the SEC tournament. 10 on the shot clock. Overton near the center circle. Down to 8. Overton, right wing. 3-ball KO. No. Rebound, low post. Murphy ducks it home.
Exclamation point by Keyshawn Murphy.
77-61 Auburn. 21 seconds now to go in this one. Hubbard to the hole. Blocked out of bounds by his former teammate, Keyshawn Murphy. And here comes Jovic in, replacing Murph. Stephen Pearl telling Murph, calm down, big fella, calm down.
He was so emotional early in the game, and he kind of got a technical and a quick 2 fouls.
Left wing 3 by Jones, didn't get it. Rebound Pettiford, just get the ball across midcourt. Auburn's going to win it. Down 10 at one point. Tigers will win it by double figures. It's Auburn and Tennessee tomorrow. Today, though, the Tigers beat Mississippi State 77-61 Tigers.
What a play by Auburn Tigers today. They got some spark off the bench right off the bat. They got a quick start by Keyshawn Murphy. The second half was Kevin Overton just really extended the lead. Big 3, 6 threes on the day.
I think they're going to look. There was a shot near the buzzer, and we'll wait and see if it counts. If it does, Auburn wins, obviously. The scoreboard says 79-61. Our official stats say 79-61. I want a final score before we go to break. They're looking to see if the final shot of the game counts. This we know. Auburn, Tennessee tomorrow at 2. Right here on the Auburn Sports Network from the SEC tournament. Final score. Auburn 79 and Mississippi State 61. And before we get to the Regions Bank postgame show, we talk things over with Auburn assistant coach Matt Gatens. He and Ira Bowman had the scout here today. Give me the difference in how Auburn played today as opposed to how it played a month and a half ago in Starkville, Coach.
You know, our effort and energy, our attention to details with the scout, was really, really well executed today, and I'm proud of our guys. You know, they wanted some payback from that performance a couple weeks ago, but the attention to detail coming in here, and defensively, we locked in, and we knew the game plan. We knew what it was about. We knew who they're going to, and I thought our guys locked in, all 5 of them, and battled through some tough offense in the first half. Struggling to score it, we just kept getting stops and fighting. I'm proud of them.
They're up 10 with about 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. How important was it to cut that lead to 3 going into the locker room?
It's huge. That was huge, and I know that's been an issue of ours throughout out this season. Is not finishing halves well. So I thought that was huge. To end the half on a high note, to hot hits a 3, going into halftime and cut the 3. It's huge. He had a little momentum there at halftime, feeling good, and I think we came out and threw the first punch there and never let up.
We looked at a couple different segments. At about 10 minutes to go, Auburn had a double-digit lead. State came right back and hit 3 straight threes, 2 3-point shots and a 3-point play. And then we looked at it at the 4-minute mark of the second half. And I think Auburn led by 8 or 9, very similar to what happened in Starkville. But the end of this game was so very different from the end of that ball game in Starkville.
I got to be honest. I thought about that for a second. We were up 8 with about 3 or 4 minutes to go. That's what happens to these games. Memories come up, and proud of our guys for finishing off, getting stops. That's what it comes down to, getting stops. And our guys fought. We rebounded it down the stretch, limited them to 1 shot, and we locked in on Hubbard, who we knew they were going to, you got to limit his good looks. And I thought all night, he got some in transition, but for most night we made him make tough shots, and that's what we had to do, and the guys locked into the game plan.
He scored 22 today, but was only 2 of 8 from 3, which is remarkable, considering that young man and how well he is.
How many shots did he take?
He took 25.
Yeah, 25
today.
shots.
8 of 25
points,
from the field.
That's good defense, and made him take a lot of tough ones. He got, like I said, some in transition early, but our guys locked into the game plan. Right. Now we got to do the same thing tomorrow.
Let me ask you about a couple different guys in the orange and blue here, or in the white uniforms for Auburn. 22 points for Kevin Overton today. He was 6 of 12 from three, and every one of those threes was a huge, huge shot for this Auburn ball club.
Yeah, we knew the shots were going to, start coming. At least that's what we talked about. Because we felt like in the first half we got a lot of good looks. They just weren't falling, and KO stepped up, made some huge shots there down in the second half to carry us to victory. But I thought we had step up from a number of different areas.
And let me add another one. Elijah Freeman, a career-high 10 rebounds today, really was not much of a factor in the first half. In the second half, he just went to work on the boards.
Absolutely. Limiting them to one shot is huge. In any game, especially in tournament play, one shot sets up our offense, and we can get out and transition and go. But I thought, he was huge on the glass on both ends of the court. I thought we got some extra opportunities on offense, too, down the stretch as well, which was huge.
Give me your thoughts, a quick thought about playing Tennessee tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock.
It's another team, we're excited to play for some payback. We played okay up there. We didn't shoot it well. We guarded okay up there, had a chance to win down the stretch. But obviously, physical team, number one offensive rebounding team in the country. So we know what that's about. So, you got to come in and win the battle on the glass to have a chance. So that's what we're going to talk a lot about that, and guarding their post-ups. And Gillespie's a heck of a guard. So going to go back, get to work, and lock in.
Congratulations on this one, War Eagle.
Thanks, guys. War Eagle.
Tigers assistant coach Matt Gatens. Auburn wins it today. The final score: Auburn 79, Mississippi State 61. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next, and this is the Auburn Sports Network. Yes.
At East
2
Alabama
minutes.
Health, our team
2
of
minutes. I'll
employees
take
and
it.
physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year